Hey, 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 happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to the week. Hope you all had a great weekend. And we're back. Today, guys, we're talking about Jelani Day. It's a really, really sad case and some very strange and out there circumstances. And it definitely needs to be heard and seen. So I appreciate you all jumping in and joining me for this today as we get this week started the right way. Great to be here with you guys. And as always, let's get this show on the road. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, hello. How is everybody? Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you all had a great weekend. And I hope you're all having a great start to your week today, this Monday. Back to the grind for some people. I hope it's you're making the best of it, folks. That's all I can say. I hope, I hope, I hope. And it's great to see you guys. Great to have you here. Today, guys, we're getting into something a little different. This I'm just floored by this case. It definitely needs to be seen and heard, and it needs to get out there. Uh, Jelani Day is his name. This happened out of Illinois, and it's just a very sad situation in a very crazy set of circumstances that goes along with it. So, who better to bring it to than to bring it to you? You didn't scare me. I know you thought you might, but you didn't. Hello, Mama Bear. Can you hear me? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. There we go.
There, I had to adjust my mic.
Welcome back. Hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
hello. Oh, how's your day going? Got a day off? We get to be.
It's my day off. It's awesome.
That's great. That's great.
I had
Welcome.
Bob Evans for breakfast.
That sounds great. I love
Yeah.
their gravy. Love their gravy. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Ew.
I could eat it by itself.
Gravy's gross.
You're nuts. You are insane. If you don't like that gravy, you're nuts. Sorry.
I don't like any gravy. Nasty.
What planet are you from?
My own planet.
Something. That ain't normal. That is not normal. I'm sorry, but it's not normal. Anybody that doesn't like Bob Evans gravy, you're crazy.
Who said I was normal?
That's true too. Then again, who is normal nowadays? What
True.
is normal?
Hey,
What does that
hey.
even what does that even
Yeah.
mean?
What is normal?
Come on in, guys. Grab a seat. Get comfortable, if you will. We're gonna be here for a minute. Yes, how about that? Go Chiefs! I know. Not too many people care. I thought it was a crazy game. It was insane. Never seen a Super Bowl go into overtime before in my life. That was pretty wild. Day one, it's over. Now I'm gonna be depressed until August. It is what it is. Yay.
Stop hearing about some damn football.
Football is amazing. Awesome.
I used to
Awesome.
like it,
It's awesome.
and then I just got bored with it.
Hey, come on, guys. We got 28 peeps in here. I guess nobody's interested in this case, but that's okay. We got the 28 that we got.
That's right.
And we got 25 likes. So we only need a few more to make it match. We got to get this. We got to get at least 100 peeps in here. At least to get this in the algorithm. You guys are going to see this case. Something is way off with this one. And it happened in 2021. And it's just at this point, no. Bad stuff. Bad stuff. Miss Tina
Is
B,
it still
thank
an
you.
open case?
Yeah, definitely. I prefer the open ones more because they need more
Right.
attention than closed cases, obviously.
Yeah.
Miss Tina B gifted 5 memberships. That's awesome. Thank you, Tina. Let's see. Looks like Felicity J. Miss Victoria is green again. Josie West, CL, Combat Vet Price, Terry Martin are all meatballs. Welcome to the sauce. For those of you that weren't in here, welcome back to the ones that were. Thank you so much for that, Tina. God bless. You are appreciated. So very much. Okay. Speaking of which, let's see who we got with us today. Not many, but any. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Miss Felicity J, welcome back to you. Fallon, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Tina B, again, welcome and thank you for that so very much. Josie West, welcome back to you. Great to see you. Ro is in the house. What's going on, Ro? Great to see you. Victoria, welcome back to you. Kathy Dugan, thank you for joining us today. Noni McPoppins is in the house. What's going on, Noni? Great to see you. Victoria Kells is in the house. What's going on, Kells? Good to see you. Sorceress, welcome back to you. Great to have you here. Great to see you. Neil Homestead, welcome. Great to see you. Great to have you here. Excuse me. Miss Tina B became a member today, too, as well. That's
Yay.
awesome. Hey, hey. Welcome to the family, Tina. Great to have you here. Let me see. Who else did I get in here? Taxi Slut is in the house. What's going on, Taxi? Good to see you. Penny Kerf, always a pleasure. Welcome back to you. And Big Ohio Al, thank you for joining us today. Miss Val is in the house. Hope Floats, welcome back. Raul Kervitz, good to see you. Chad Button, welcome back to you, my friend. Let me see. Did I miss anybody down here? No. Oh, that's what I thought so, Tina. I wasn't sure, but welcome back. Welcome back. Wonderful to have you in the community. All you awesome meatballs. I think I got everybody so far. Share this out, guys, if you will. Please make sure you're hammering that like button on your way in the door, if you will. Excuse me. You are appreciated. All right. Come on in. I'm going to give it just a few minutes to see if we get Cluminati's in the house. I just now seen you, Clue. You just popped up. What's up, Clue? Good to see you. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to want your opinion on this one for sure. Robert Bell, good to see you. Good to have you here. Let me see. Okay, I think that of course, proud Mary vibes. Good to see you. And Cletus always comes with Clue. So hello, Cletus, sir. For those of you that joined us Friday night, thank you for being over there with us. As we did the whole speed dating thing with Sarge, it was quite an experience. It was a lot of fun. I bet you are, Clue. I knew you would get into that one. Um, which I'll be going back to that as well because it just keeps getting better and better. But this one,
I love Indiana.
yeah, yeah, Delphi is. I'm telling you what, it just gets crazier and crazier every day. But this one, like I said, this needs some attention. Sometimes we look at there's a lot of cold cases out there, okay, and there's a lot of unsolved things that are going on. But this one, my wife brought this to my attention. Actually, I didn't even know about this. She was like, "Honey, have you looked at this case ever?" And I'm like, "I've never even heard of it." So I started looking. I'm like, "What in the hell is going on?" It's insane, you guys. Some of this stuff just doesn't make any sense with it. As I'll show you. um, and like I said, this young man went missing August 24th of 21. He was a student at the University of Illinois, and last spoke with his mother the 24th of August of 21. Next day, he didn't answer his phone. That was it. Um, Very sad. And he was found in Peru, Illinois, in the Illinois River, um, which he had no reason to be anywhere near that area. And the way he was found is what blows my mind, which I'll show you and get into here in a few. It's just it's scary. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate that very much. Very, very much. I hope you had a wonderful birthday, by the way, Liz. Felicity. Let me see something here. How was your weekend, Bear?
It was good.
Good.
Other than I had to work Saturday, but it was a big sale, so it was good. And then had Sunday off. I didn't get out of bed till 10 o'clock.
You needed that, that's for sure.
Yeah. And then this morning I didn't want to get up again, but
I got you.
gotta get the teenagers up and out the door.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if you looked into it, Robert, but it is very crazy, guys. That's why, like I said, everybody needs to see this. I hope I get at least 100 people in here so this gets out in the algorithm and is seen by everybody. This is a I feel so bad for this mother. I really do. Michael 007, great to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you're well this evening for you. I hope you're having a great day, sir. um, like I said, the way that they found this young man was mm-mm, something's off with this one, big time. Miss Kells, thank you for the first super sticker of the day. God bless. I appreciate you very much. Very, very much. That's awesome, Felicity. Enjoy, enjoy. Celebrate away. My sister celebrates for the entire month for her birthday. It's in July. And like every time I talk to her about something, she's like, or I'll ask her a question about something like, well, what are you doing that for? What's my birthday? I said, your birthday was 3 weeks ago. What are you talking about? She's like, it's the whole month. Okay.
Heather,
Yes.
why doesn't that surprise me?
She's a mess. I love her.
She cracks me up.
Yes, she's a trip. Doc, hey, what's going on? Oh, good. You get to sit down and relax and hang out with us now, Michael. That's awesome. I hope you didn't work too hard, sir. Again, thank you for that, Kels. I do appreciate that very much. Come on in, guys. Get comfortable. We got 38 people in here now and 30 likes. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Yes. Clue. I do the same thing. You need one more than one day to celebrate me. That's how my sister is with it exactly.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning, Miss Cammy Q. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. Party of five. Welcome back to you guys. Make sure you're sharing this out if you will, please, and hit that like button on your way in the door. Pretty please.
So, how was your weekend?
My weekend. Um,
Yesterday, you just sat and watched football all day, didn't you?
I did. I did. Um, I played Magic with the kids, the boys, yesterday first in the early afternoon, and then the game came on. That was pretty much it. Grandkids were here, of course, and the kids were here, so that's always Sundays.
Yep.
Exactly, Cammy. Exactly. I don't know if anybody in here knows anything about this case. It's not right, guys. It's just not right. So thank you for joining me with this one. Robert says I've seen it on multiple platforms. The mother is very strong. Agreed. He comes from a good family. They've been looking for answers. So sad. It is. That's why I want to get as many people in here as I can to get this out there. The word needs to get out for this because it's still unsolved. And the way that she's been treated, the way she's been treated over this, the way they've treated this case, the way that he's been treated as the victim is not. No. Did you see the promo code for DoorDash content? No, I have not, Leslie. I have not. Sorry. None of this should have been done anyway like this. The thing that I can't get past with this is what caught Brandy, my wife, with her attention was the yeah, exactly that, Victoria. The conditions and the way they found him. That's what caught Brandy's attention. She was like, "You have to cover this. This is not no." Miss Carolyn, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a great weekend as well. It is very sad, but the circumstances with this are horrible. I mean, we've seen some bad, horrible stuff. This is out there, guys. Very much so. And I appreciate the fact that some of you guys know about this too. Didn't even get a notification. So they're back to doing that again. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry. Well, if you guys have the ability, please share it out. That's probably why there's not that many people in here. They're doing the no notification thing again. Share it out. Excuse me. If you can, please, I would appreciate it so very much. And again, hit the like button on the way in, if you will. Um, Speaking of which, I wonder something. Hold on a second here, guys. Let me check this here. Uno momento. All right. Oh, absolutely, Victoria. They tried to say at some point that he drowned. No, there's no way. Nope. No. Actually, not no, but hell no. I don't believe that. Yes, Josie. Yes. This one bothers me. When I read into this, I'm just like, there's something going on in here that's just it's wrong. Come on in, guys. Get comfortable, please, and please share this out. I'm kind of holding off just for a few to get some extra peeps in here if I can. That way I don't go back because I really do want this one out in the algorithm so it gets seen and heard. Um, you get your notification when the live's over. I've had a lot of people tell me that. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Um, oh shoot, hold on. Are you Mama Bear? Are you still here?
Yep.
I'm gonna jump off for one quick second, grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey guys. Thank you, Listy. Hey Victoria. How are you? Hi, Listy. Hey Groot. Hey, Michael. Yeah, I changed it up a little bit. Oh, goodness. What, Ghost? What do you want? Ghost is standing there staring at me. Yeah, it's definitely foul play. Hello, Doodlebug. How are you, sweetheart? Hello, Proud Mary. How are you?
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Welcome, T. Good to see you. Irene Clobber, welcome back. Groot, what's up? Getting a little bigger. Doodlebug's in the house. What's going on, Doodle? Good to see you. All right. Let me get some of this set up here. Oh, I'm so mad at my internet company. So mad.
You're always mad at your internet company.
You know why I'm
You
usually
had a few good months there,
mad. Knock on wood. So
and then
I've been having this problem for a week now. You guys know I've told you where it makes me go sound robotic and it's going in and out and it gets all crazy, right? So of course you know me. I called and they set up a thing, said, "Oh, everything looks great from here." I said, "Well, it's not." And I said, I'm over this. I've been calling you guys for 2 years with problems nonstop, but you still want the bill paid. Okay.
mhm.
They said that, yeah, we'll send it Monday, or that was the Friday before this past Friday. They said we'll send somebody out. We can have a technician come out Monday between 11 and 2. It didn't happen. Tuesday, it didn't happen. I called Tuesday afternoon and they said, "Oh, yeah, yeah." They were supposed to call to reschedule that for Wednesday. I said, "Well, they didn't." I'm sorry. Okay. So he'll be here between 11 and 2 on Wednesday. Yes. He never showed up Wednesday. And he never showed up Thursday afternoon again. I call. I said, I've called in here 3 times now this week. I said, what's going on? Okay. Um oh, he got sick. I said, I have a phone, you guys. You've called me on it before. Oh, well, he'll be there tomorrow on Friday. I said Friday. He'll be here on Friday, right? Yeah. What time? 11 to 2. Okay. Well, no, he wasn't here on Friday at 11 to 2. He showed up at 4:15. I think I was actually sitting in a Discord with Clue and Sarge talking about this, right? Brandy B's in the house. What's up, sis? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you had a great weekend. So he comes when I was on the phone with them. I have witnesses, or not on the phone, but in the Discord. We were talking about a case or something, just talking about, I think we were talking about the show from Friday. He comes in and this dude's a mess, by the way. I don't know what he was doing, but anyway, he didn't even seem like he knew where he was. I'll tell you here in a second. So he comes in and he's like, "What's going on?" And I told him, he goes, "Okay, I'm gonna go out and check everything outside, and then I'll come back in and see what's going on, so on and so forth." Well, he comes back in and he's like, "Yeah, there's something bad. You got a bad problem outside." I'm like, "Well, what?" "Well, I'm not getting any kind of a signal." I was like, "Yeah, that's a bad problem." "But how
Yeah.
is that possible? I'm on the internet right now. If there's no signal, I shouldn't be able to get online at all, right?" "Yeah, yeah." Hmm. He's like, "Yeah, it's not. We're not gonna be able to fix it today." I said, "Of course you're not." And I said that to him too. I said, "Of course you're not. Why would you? That would be the good thing, you know." He goes, "Yeah, they don't work past 5, and they're gonna have to come out and they're gonna have to do this." He goes, "There's not anything I can do." And I was like, "Oh, okay. What is it?" And he goes, "Well," and he points this direction. Okay, that way. And he says, "It's something going on with your tap and this and that and everything else." And I was like, "I just had a brand new tap put in." I said, "By the way, it's over there, not over here." I said, "So what are you checking there over there, bud? He goes, my service. I said, my service comes in from that side over top of the neighbor's driveway. That's where the tap and the drag line is. I said, and in my drop line, I said, and all this stuff was replaced this summer. Most of you guys were here when I had this done. I know Mama Bear knows about it because I forced them. I forced them to replace everything. Okay. He was like, oh, well, yeah, I thought it was over there. I said, what are you testing then? If you think it's over there and it's over here. And I'm looking at this guy like, do you even work for this company? Or are you just showing up because you're bored? You know what I mean? El Barriqua, what's up? So anyway, so he's like, yeah. And I said, so do you want to check the signal at the modem here? Because I have it hardwired to my system to make sure that I get a full like hard signal with this, right?
Right.
So he's like, yeah. So I unscrewed everything and he screws it in and I'm sitting there. I was like, no, stay right here. Hold on. I wanted to watch what he was doing with the monitor because I used to do this kind of stuff too, guys. I know how cable works and all that stuff. So I'm looking at the monitor and it's got a perfect signal coming through it, but it's sporadic, so it's like going in and out. There's something wrong, but it's still there. And he's like, "Oh, well, there's a signal." I said, "So how did you not get a signal outside if there's a signal inside?" And I'm just sitting there staring at this guy, and he's looking at me like, "That's a good question." And my Caden is over here in the dining room, and Caden is 17. He's looking at me going, like, what is up with this dude, right? So then he goes, my mother-in-law's sitting on the front porch because it was nice outside for a while that day. He goes back outside, and I guess he stopped and talked to her for a minute. And she was like, so did you get everything taken care of? And he was like, oh, yeah, everything's fixed. Okay, so it's been happening all weekend, right? The guy leaves. My last conversation with him was that a technician's coming out, a pole guy is what they call them. I know everybody likes to think that's funny, but that's what they're called. And they go and they deal with wires or whatever's going on the outside of an outside issue. They're coming the next day. I said, well, do you know what time? No. Are they going to call me? Probably not. They just show up and do it, and then they leave. No, they don't. That's not how that works. But okay.
Oh, Doodlebug, this is not a joke.
No,
this has been
real.
going on
This is real.
Day one that I met him.
Yeah. This is real. 2.5 years of this I've dealt with. Okay. So anyway, I'm like, okay, Bo, have a good day. He leaves. Nobody showed up the next day, which I knew they weren't going to because it was Saturday. Sunday, thank God I got through the game because that's the only way I get signal for my TV. I come in here this morning, start doing things, and it starts going crazy. I was talking to Clue this morning a little bit on here. It starts vibrating and freaking out again, and a hand came out of it, grabbed my throat, all that kind of shit. That's what it's been doing. Okay. So I called them right away after I had to shut everything down. And I said, oh, okay, this is such and so. They know me by my first name now. And I'm like, so this is what happened. That's what happened, blah, blah, blah. They look at the computer. They're like, did he show up? And I said, well, yeah, he was here Friday. That should tell you that. She goes, no. I said, what do you mean? She goes, it shows that the call was never completed. And what they do is to complete the call, they have to call in. The technician calls in and tells them that they're here. They never did. And I said, so then he told me, I told him everything that happened. And you can tell they were taking notes because they were like, and then what? And then what? You know what I mean? And I said, so what about that? So nobody showed up Saturday. He told me they'd be here Saturday to fix the problem. And he kind of snickered. She kind of snickered and said, yeah, that's not how that works. They don't work on Saturdays that way. I said, yeah, I know that, but and she goes, it's not even in the system. Like he never put in the ticket to have that done.
Nice.
She goes, all it says here is that there was a ground block changed. And I went, what? He didn't do anything. He went outside and I didn't even see him do that. But when he started talking about that stuff, I got up and went and looked. He didn't do anything. After he said that to me, he got in his truck and he left. He didn't change nothing. He didn't fix anything. He didn't do anything other than tell me that somebody else was going to come fix it. And she's like, well, that's what it says here. I said, well, it didn't happen. Come look at it. It's not different. The ground block is the same. And that's not what's wrong with this. He told me it had something to do with the tap. And I said, does this guy even work for you guys? And she goes, I don't know, sir. I don't know. There's no name tags or nothing. He didn't do anything. Like I said, I had witnesses to it. Clue was in Discord on the phone with me. And the company is called Optimum. Do not ever get them. Ever. Brandy has them down in Arkansas where she's at too. They're horrible. Horrible. This guy's been here before. He's come here before when I was having issues and my issues stopped happening conveniently. And he's walked in and he's like, so you're having problems? And I'm like, yeah. I said, it's kind of bad. Oh, it's fixed. Okay, bye. You don't want to check anything? Have a great day, bro. I'm glad you just got $75 out of me for this. They just tack it right to your bill. Service call. There was no service.
Ridiculous.
It's insane. I wish I had Spectrum, Doodle. Wish I had it. Okay. I wish I had anything but this, but I can't. I can't get anything but this. I'm trying to figure out T-Mobile or Verizon if they'll allow me to get that out here because I've heard that they're pretty decent and they are in this area now. We'll see. I don't know.
I have T-Mobile and I've had it for about a year and I've not had any problems whatsoever.
That's what
I
I said.
did like a couple weeks ago, but I found out that there was another internet company
Uh-huh.
that was changing out lines or something, but supposedly they all have their own lines, which is not possible, but you know,
Right.
it was really weird that AT&T was doing something and our internet was going wonky and I'm like, something's up.
Right. Yeah, I know. That's how it's supposed to work, Doodle. This company don't have that. Actually, Clue, I do have that. Like people in here heard me like freaking out on
Oh,
the
yeah.
one guy before in the driveway. I was yelling at him. It's crazy. So tomorrow, or no, today, he's coming today between 2 and 5, maybe. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, if that happens, I might have to reschedule this for tonight. But either
You were
way,
on a live once, and the one guy walked in, and he's like, "I'm gonna go get lunch. You need anything?" And you were like, "Yeah, I need some lunch too."
yeah, right. I said, "Where are you going?" Taco Bell. Yep, that's the one guy that's always here.
Yeah.
AT&T is not offered out this way, unfortunately.
I don't like
Mm-hmm.
AT&T anyway. They're
I've actually thought of that, Felicity.
stupid expensive.
Couple times I've thought of that. That's how pissed off I've been. Answer the door with a pew pew. Yeah, this company is probably the worst company I've ever seen or heard of in my life, ever, with anything. So I've tried the nice way, Doodle. I've been super nice about it. I've tried everything, everything. I've been nice. I've been an asshole. I played dumb. Like yesterday or the other day. That was just beyond stupid to me.
Dude,
Don't
he
get it.
called from like the customer service all the way up to like the tip top person.
Yep.
And they took $25 off your bill.
$25.
Yeah.
In a 2-year period of time. Over that 2 years, I had like my service would go out at least 3 to 4 times a week and be out for 2 days at a time sometimes. But it was always going out, and they only took $25 off my bill. No. Yeah, if I give them cookies, they're gonna have laxatives in them, Doodle. I'm just telling you. I am not a happy person with this company. But yeah, I got all the way up to the assistant to the CEO. That's how persistent I was. And they fixed the problem for that day. I have new equipment. I have everything in my house has been completely changed. I made them do that. All the wires here, everything outside was changed. The tap, you guys, the tap. They said that everything was in good working order outside this past summer when I made them change it all. And I said, no, it's not. Don't lie to me. No, it's not. Well, hey, Walt, what's up? And I said, I I promise you, I'm looking at the drag line that goes from my house to the tap, and it looks like Swiss cheese. Don't tell me that's in good working order. Don't lie to me. I'm not dumb. I know. I used to work for a cable company. I know how this works. So I made him change the drag and the drop line to my house and the tap. I told the guy the one day he was kind of like I kind of buddied up with him a little bit. He's kind of a nice guy, but he was like, "Yeah, they." I looked. He looked in the thing. Goes, the tap says that it was changed out recently, and I said, I don't believe that. So I said, "Go look at it. Go look at the tap because I've walked over and looked at it. Okay, it's over top of my neighbor's driveway." So he gets his little bucket truck and he goes over and he jumps up in the basket. And I'm standing on my porch. He gets up there and I'm probably about 100 yards from this guy. And I hear him laughing out loud like that. And I went, uh-huh. So he disconnects it and he comes down in the bucket, gets out of the bucket truck, comes over to me and he goes, there you go. He goes, that looks like it's been changed recently. It had holes in it. It was the original tap from when they dropped lines out here in the mid 80s. They never changed it. These people are so lazy. It's insane. And the thing that the funniest shit with all of this, you guys, is this is the only company that's available to me unless I want CenturyLink, which is even worse. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Bariqua. The only tap is tapping your bill, your money. That's it. So I had to go with this company, and they know that. I saw Brian last night, by the way, in a different stream. He seemed to be doing good, and I hope to see Eddie soon. What was I gonna say? So they changed everything, and I made him change the wires inside my house, everything, and it had been pretty decent, knock on wood, for a while. They haven't really had too many problems. You know what I mean? Then this happens, and it's like, here we go again. CenturyLink, gotcha. Yeah, CenturyLink is a joke, Brandy. It's a joke. It's not even like cable. It runs through like phone lines or something. It's nuts. So we'll see what happens if this guy shows up today, and if it's the same guy, I'm telling him to leave. I'm telling you right now, he's leaving. I don't even want him here. Not even close. 1 second, folks.
Yay, I'm glad Brian's doing okay. I've been thinking about him. I don't know what's up with Eddie. Yeah, it's probably the cable guy calling to cancel. Or it's Mrs. Dago.
Services at 2776 is it River Road in Newton Falls.
Can you repeat that the first part of the question again?
It was just to ensure you're having a great experience with our optimum services. And then the second reason here today was just to double check your pricing with our optimum services. And if I have a promotion here to get you a better rate and help save money on the bill, that's the whole purpose of the call today.
Okay.
So
No, I'm not having I'm not having a good I'm trying to think of the word here.
experience.
Yeah, I'm having probably the worst experience anybody could have with any kind of internet company. Just so you know.
Oh, really? Okay. What exactly has been going on?
What hasn't gone on?
Everything. I have horrible service all the time. All the time.
Okay.
I'm actually waiting today. I was supposed to have a technician come out Friday. Actually, it started at the beginning of the week, but he was supposed to come out Friday, and between 11 and 2, he showed up at 4, and was supposed to fix the problem I've been having, and he never fixed it. But he said he did to them, and I'm still having problems with it. And I'm supposed to have a technician come today, so I don't know if you want to, if you're a betting person, maybe you want to place a bet with me to see if they show up.
So I do see that you do have a triple call pending for 2 to 5.
Yeah, right.
2 to 5. Okay. So yeah, I do see that here. So I just want to double check your pricing, with our services, and if I could get you a better rate today, I'd love to help you out.
A better rate.
You know,
I just want better.
yeah,
I want better service. I mean, um, can you fix
yeah,
that?
no, I completely understand that. Anybody would want, a better service. You know, but I do see that they are going to be going out there today. So, I mean, if you do, for whatever reason, they don't show up or, the issue's still not fixed, go ahead
Yeah.
and give us a
The
call.
sixth
Go
time
ahead
in a week.
again, okay?
Oh, I would. I
Um,
would. So what's the better
yeah.
rate? What's the better rate?
So second here, just it's gonna take me like 30 seconds to a
Okay.
minute. I just have to go ahead and work on the account and put some codes in the system here and see if I can get you a better rate for your services. And by the looks of it, I think I can. So yeah, if you allowed me to, like 30 seconds to a minute here, I'd love to help you guys out today.
Okay. Go for it.
All right, all right. And by the way, I'm gonna place myself on mute. So don't think I like hung up or anything like that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You go right
All
ahead.
right, all right.
All right. Really? 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 Isn't that convenient? How about that, guys?
Huh.
I did that. I opened up the volume or the mic on this on purpose. I wanted you guys to hear this call. I couldn't believe this. That's why I made her repeat it. So all of a sudden, they're calling to give me a better rate because I pay a stupid amount of money for zero shit ass service. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, I see you have a trouble call. Do you? Wow. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you see it because apparently nobody else sees it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so sorry that we're.
So basically, pretty much almost done here. I'm just gonna wait for the computer to check the work here, and I'll go ahead and let you know what the new pricing would be. Okay.
Oh, okay. That sounds great. Thanks.
Mhm.
Clue. I have threatened to cancel about 300 times.
Okay.
See, I don't go off on everybody
All right,
because,
perfect. So for the same exact services that you currently have now, the new monthly rate would be $53.
and I'm paying what now?
You're paying $62.98.
Okay.
Basically $9.98.
Okay. And you can make that lower.
So that's with the promotional price that I have here. That's with like the lowest that I could possibly do for you today.
All right. Say that price one more time.
So the new monthly rate would be $53.
Okay. And that's guaranteed for how long?
So this is a 1 year promotion. So it's a 1 year, set price of $53. And typically what I do with the customers that I help out, I always go ahead and make sure that their account is receiving account alert. So
Mm,
1 month prior to your promotion ending, you're gonna receive a notification letting you know like hey, your promotion's almost up. And
okay.
towards the end of the call here, I always go ahead and give the customers that I help out as well the phone number to Optimum's loyalty department, which is where I'm from, which is where I'm calling from, and we work strictly with promotions and loyal customers like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and once you do receive that notification, go ahead and give us a call, and we'll go ahead and take care of you again to make sure that the price doesn't go up on you.
Okay. So, and you can do that right here and now and make that happen right now.
The $53,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. And
If you
I'm
do
not,
agree to the price, yes, it would. Once it gets submitted, the new rate for next month would be $53
okay.
for
And
the same exact service.
I'm not going to lose the speed that I have now. It's not going to go down
No, sir.
conveniently. No.
No, sir.
Okay.
Everything's staying the exact same. Just the only thing that's changing is the monthly rate.
Okay. And is there like a contract or something that's signed for that?
No, sir. Optimum doesn't do contracts.
I
So
know.
at any given time, you're always welcome to change anything on the account.
Okay. Okay.
hmm
And what's your name real quick? Okay. Well, if you can make that happen at that for what I have at that price, then go for it.
All right. So all I have to do now is just I still have the preferred phone number here as I submit the new pricing for you.
Well, I just want to make sure that this isn't like I've been. This has been like the worst roller coaster ride of my life over the past 2.5 years with this company. So, I just want to make sure that like once this goes into effect, I'm not going to end up being dropped down to like dial up or some crazy thing like that or
No, sir.
anything like that.
So no, sir. So you're once everything that gets submitted through, you're gonna receive an email of the changes that were made, which is basically just gonna be the monthly rate. So you're still gonna see the 400 megs. Basically everything you have now.
Okay, and this isn't going to stop the technician from coming today either, right?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Because like I said, this has been an ongoing battle for since I've been with you guys, and it's the only service I have available, so I'm kind of trapped here. And I work from my home,
I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I work from my home. I've lost out on, money multiple times because of this type thing. And of course, there's been no reimbursement on the bill or anything like that, other than $25 over 2.5 years of garbage service. So, um, if that's guaranteed, then we'll see what happens. And I have your name and all that, and so if it doesn't work that way, I can let them know that you're the one that offered me that, right?
Oh yeah. I could even. Oh, like I mentioned to you before, I was gonna give you the phone number to this department here, Optimum's loyalty department. So whenever you're ready, I'd love to give you the phone number here. And that's
Okay.
the phone number. You could also call if you have any questions about this service
Okay.
or any other Optimum services in your area.
Sure.
So the
Okay. And does it happen to show the ticket number for my service call for today?
Yeah, I do see it here. It's a trouble call for today at from 2 to 5.
Okay. Is there a ticket number for it that you might be able to give me?
Let me see. Give me 1 second here. It's not necessarily like a ticket number. It's more of like a number that we have. Let's see.
Okay.
1 second.
Well, what is that number? That way, at least I have something to refer to with this because, like I said, they don't tell me anything ever. And then when they do tell me things, it doesn't happen. So,
So it looks like you had the trouble call sent to you on February 5th. For today, and the number for the thing here. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's 531
Uh-huh.
876
Okay.
636.
Thank you very much. That way at least I have somebody else, giving
Yeah,
me
no problem.
somebody first time ever, somebody give me real information if that's real. So
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I am part of Optimum's loyalty department here, and the phone number that I did give you would always reach you to a live representative like myself. So you're not gonna go through like a whole process of trying to get to my department here. That is the phone number to my office here.
okay. Real quick though, I know this is kind of a weird question, but where is your department based out of? Like where are you guys at in the
Florida.
Florida? Okay, so you're in the United States. That's good. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, we're here in Florida.
No problem. No problem. Gotcha. All right. Well, is that gonna be it then?
Yeah, you're pretty much all set up. Other than you have, another question for me.
Oh no. I think I've asked everything. I think that's been wonderful. So I'll see this next month, and I'll be paying $53 a month for what I have right now.
Correct. Plus, estimated state tax.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Brianna. Well, I
problem.
appreciate your time very, very much. I appreciate the call conveniently, and
Yeah.
I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You as well, sir.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Well then,
Alrighty.
sorry about all that, guys, but I had to have somebody else witness this crap. Okay. That was so beyond convenient. It's not even funny because I threatened this morning to cancel my service. Okay. And they're gonna take I'm paying 117 something plus tax plus something else. They're gonna take that down to $53 a month. I don't believe this. This isn't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It may be 1 month. We'll see if it's 1 month at that, and I'll show you guys too. It's insane. Jesse Lynn, welcome. Good to see you here. Everybody else at Tomboy Charm, what's up? Good to see ya. Chris Delaney, what's up, brother? Good to have you here. American Princess, welcome. Well, at least we got time spent to get other people in here. At least that was cool. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna go off on her because she has nothing to do with any of this. She's just a salesperson. But believe me, if that would have been customer service, you'd have heard a whole different side of me with them because I'm beyond dumb. Done with them. Done.
I thought you said dumb. I was like, what?
Oh, I am dumb because I have allowed for it to happen so long, but
Yeah.
I don't have any other choices, guys. Nothing at all. $53. Yeah, right, Michael. It's not her fault. $53 is a hell of a deal.
Yeah, I think I pay $50 for my T-Mobile.
Mikey, what's up, brother? Who's this? Who's this? What? This is interesting. Hello?
Hey, Joe, this is Anthony Ross on cable.
Okay.
Hey, so somehow they're saying I didn't put that maintenance ticket in, which I did. I know I did. But they gave me your work order back, so I don't know what it is. So I'm going to resubmit the maintenance ticket. Okay.
Okay. Well, they told me I'd have somebody here today between 2 and 5, and they told me that it never came.
It would be me. The same thing. I don't understand why. Right.
Well,
I know what the issue is.
Yeah, but you told me the other day that you couldn't fix it. Somebody else had to come out and fix it.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. They said that work order was not the app crashed. Something happened where that work order didn't get submitted somehow. So that's what I'm telling you.
Okay, so what's happening here, bro?
I'm going to submit it right now.
Okay, and then what?
So then they should send the maintenance now.
But what? Right. Well, they told me they were coming today at 2 to 5. So is that all going to go together or what? What's up?
I'm not sure. The 2 to 5 is for me to come. I don't know why. Because I was already there. So I don't think they submitted it to the wrong person. I think so. I'm going to submit it back to them to maintenance. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, so there's nobody coming between 2 and 5 then.
No, unless you want me to come, but I mean, there's no. I mean, I already know. We already know what the issue is.
Okay. Yeah, because they told me that it was never submitted.
Yeah. No, I submitted it. I mean, they submitted it back to me for some reason. So, like I said, I already submitted it to them.
And then they also said that there was something that was put in as that it had been fixed.
Yeah, that I'm not aware of. Like I said, yeah, like I said, I'm not aware of anything like that.
Oh, okay.
So, like I said, I'm going to do my part, so I know it's done. And then, look, I mean, maintenance should be out there. I mean, today or so. They have 24 hours is what they do. So
okay, well, who's the maintenance supervisor?
That I don't know.
Well, who's the guy you said the other day when I asked you if they were Todd.
He'll be the one coming out there. Yeah, and you have my number. So if no one shows up, let me know. Then I can figure something out for you.
Okay. All right then. Yep. Right. What's your name? Hey, what was your name again? See? This is all true. I'm telling you. Funny that he called me, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think he's in a frozen shock phase.
Right.
This is what I deal with, you guys. He got off that phone quick as soon as he gave me that name. I don't think Todd even exists.
Probably not.
I got it. I got Todd. Yeah, he was gone. They said I didn't submit it. Yeah, because you didn't, you lying ass.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is going on? That's funny that it is a conspiracy. Thank you, Salty. We should do a whole show on this. Optum Cable Services. It's a
Get some
crime.
boots on the ground. Pretend like
Right.
we're a new customer.
You're exactly, Clue. He probably is Todd. You hear his voice? I told you the dude's all over the place. He's doing something. Something ain't right.
Squirrel.
Todd's eating nachos down the road. Exactly, Walt. God, I'm glad he called while I was live with you guys. Sorry to put you guys off and make you have to go through all this, but this is pissing me off. Okay. You're and the dude's probably literally sitting down the road at Arby's or something like, yeah, ain't nobody coming and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, whatever. Well, again, we got more people in here, so it was a good wait. Anyway, at least you got some kind of entertainment for the day. Have I upgraded YouTube? What do you mean?
Huh?
I didn't know. What do you mean upgrading YouTube, Kels? That's what do you huh? Todd drives an iRocker. Come here. Hey, I used to drive one of them. Yeah. I looked into that stuff, Clue. Sky, what is it called? I almost called it Skynet. Oh yeah, I definitely got proof now. I got 60 some odd witnesses that witnessed that. So yeah, there we go. Premium YouTube. Yeah, I have YouTube Premium. I've had that. Life's the garden. Dig it. Amen to that one, Doodle. Starlink, that's it. Yeah. I looked into it, Clue. I think I was on there with you. It's $5.99 to buy their little dish thing, and then it costs $2.99 a month or something like that for basic service. I can't really afford that right now.
Wow.
Todd is cool. Todd's a dick. Sorry. He's a lazy ass that doesn't want to do his job, is what it is. He's probably sitting at home, calling me.
Hungover from watching the Super Bowl last night.
Exactly. Hey, man.
Not
Sounds like
wanting to
Wolfie and
work.
Jack. Oh yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, he was everywhere, Robert. That's how he talks to you. And when he comes in the house and he's all bouncing all over the place and he's doing this and flipping around in circles, I'm like, bro, unless you're gonna share what you're on, get out. He's on something, I'm telling you. In his mother's basement. Toddy on the potty. That's right, Mikey. Where's my meatloaf, mother? That was good, Doodle. Just think of Beavis and Butthead wearing cut off teeth. Listen, Linda's, listen. He comes in here. I mean, the dude is dirty. Like, I understand people that work in this get dirty. This dude is like 3 weeks dirty, if that makes any sense to anybody.
Ew.
You guys get what I mean by that? And the smell goes with it, okay? Like, don't go in somebody's house like that. Not when you're in like a customer service type thing. That's not cool.
No.
You pay $600 for the hardware, 120 a month. That's right. Thank you. Sorry, that's wrong. But anyway, yeah, this dude is all over the place. He scares me. The last time he was here, he came right to me, like right here. Caden let him in. He came right up to me here, and he starts talking to me. I had to turn away from him because he was spitting on the side of my face when he was talking to me.
Ew.
Yeah, it was a lot, you guys. So I'm kind of blown away. I finished making that trouble call, as they called it, about an hour ago, right? I get a phone call as soon as I go live. I get a phone call from the sales girl, and then I'm gonna call him Spitty calls me because I don't even know his name. Right after that call, come on, something is wrong with this. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. Yes, now I have his transfer DNA all over me.
Ew.
Which means I could probably get him accused of a crime.
Ew.
Anyway. But I'm glad my knife sheath was in my drawer and he didn't get it all over that. Anyway. So, welcome everyone. How about that experience? I bet you guys never experienced that before. I'm so pissed about this. That's why I left it open so you guys could all hear this. I wanted everybody to hear this because people don't even believe me half the time that this shit happens with this company. It's true. Okay. There you go.
It's true.
It was inevitable that they called while I was live. So that's awesome. I love that. I don't want your damn Dorito hot cheese, but it smelled too. He was standing here, okay, talking down at me, and it was like hot garbage being spewed in my direction. It was pretty gross. But anyway, the company's a joke. Brandy has the company. She's the only other person I know of that's ever had this company besides me, and she has the same problems I do. They raised our internet, I think, around the same time. It went up like $100, you guys, from what it started at. $100. It was crazy. And they don't tell you about it. You just get a bill and it's like, boom, you owe an extra $100 now. Okay, great.
Wow.
Yeah, Clue was in here too, though. Yeah, so everybody in the world knows now. That's my business. That's what I deal with. That's why my internet's such garbage. I know, Salty. I know. Anyway. So Swift has no clue about football either. Kansas City, hey, they pulled it off. That's for sure. All right, guys. Anyway, I've talked enough crap and entertained. I hope everybody got a kick out of that, by the way.
Every single time.
Well, you know about this crap.
Mhm.
You've been on the phone with me when I'm freaking out, screaming and yelling because I don't have internet for 2 days, and they keep telling me when you call in, it says automatically this address is connected to an outage, blah blah blah, that automated crap, and they tell me when I get a hold of somebody that it's a node. How many times are you going to have a node go out in a week? If anybody in here knows
Apparently.
if anybody knows what a node is, it's not possible, folks. It's just not. Joke. Joke. Okay. Anyway, sorry about all that. Moving on. 72 peeps in here now. Make sure you're hitting that like button, please. All right. Let's see here. Noni says, I appreciate you guys supporting me, by the way. Being here, supporting this channel. You guys rock and roll. I love you guys to death. Mouthwash for service check. Thank you, Walt. There you go. Yeah, take it out of this stupid ass bill that they charge me for this crap. Because I'll get charged for this service call that didn't happen, by the way.
Wow. Which 75 plus 53 will be about what your normal bill is.
See? Isn't that convenient? Ta-da! I need Medea. I need Medea to handle my billing information. That's what I need. Oh yes, I've talked to the supervisor, multiple supervisors. I talked to the assistant to the CEO to the company, Ro. I found out the entire state of West Virginia basically has a lawsuit against this company, by the way, too.
Yep.
It's pretty bad. And they have 3 different names. Every time somebody gets mad at them, they change their name. It was Suddenlink. First, it started off with Altice. That's the mother company. And then they changed their name to Suddenlink. And then they changed it to Optimum after a bunch of other people got mad at them. It's crazy. And I told them the last time I had to, like when I was talking to the CEO's assistant, I said, I'm telling you right now, if I don't get the service that I've been paying for 2 years, I'm going to contact, I said, the local 21, 27, and 33 are the local news stations around here. And I'm going to sit and have an interview because I know a specific newscaster on there that will do it. Okay. And I'm going to have an interview and I'm going to talk about how horrible this service is. And you guys will all be looking for jobs within a week. I said, I don't want to do that to you because it's not your specific fault, but I'm sick of this shit. So, and I haven't done that yet because they fixed the problem conveniently immediately. No. The assistant to the CEO's name was a woman. Cynthia, I think it was something like that.
I
BBB.
don't know. You called them all. He had a
Yeah, I called
whole sheet
everybody.
of paper.
Everybody. I had a notebook full of
bottom.
names and phone numbers, everything. It was crazy. I did call the BBB. They didn't do anything. I called another organization. They couldn't do anything either. So I don't know. It is a bit crazy. Crazy stuff. But like I said, it keeps me from doing what I'm trying to do with this, in a sense. You know what I mean? And therefore, if I'm not able to go live, I'm not doing a live stream. In turn, the AdSense is not playing ads to you guys. Therefore, the YouTube pay is not coming through. So therefore, in a sense, I'm losing money. It's kind of like a job. You know what I mean? I understand. I work from home too. Do you? I said, I hope you don't have Optimum. Oh, yeah, we do. I said, then you understand what I go through? Oh, well, okay. Have a good day. Bye. Can't stand these people anymore. So anyway, sorry. I'm rambling again. You've had more ads today than ever. Really? Probably because we've been sitting here idle for a while. That's probably why. I'm sorry, Doodle. All right, guys. So I'm gonna start this off to give you guys just give you the intro to what's going on with this case. It's kind of like a summarization of what's happened, and then we'll get into the details of it. And I again thank you guys so much for your patience while we go through this to get to this point. So sorry. There we go. Let me know how the audio is. And guys, I'm still having this problem. So if it cuts in or out, or any ruler, welcome. Or you get the robotic sounding stuff, that's what's going on. And please, please bear with me. It's not my fault, as you all know. My apologies if it happens. Here we go. But thank you, Doodle. I appreciate that very much.
He was a bright student with a promising future.
He was so smart. He'd get all his work done before anybody in the class.
Then, a sudden change in his daily routine.
He missed class.
Does that sound like your brother?
No.
A reliable son goes missing. A relentless mom goes looking.
I gotta do something. I gotta go look for him.
Every second counts. But as you'll see, it would take more than a day before anyone realized the search was needed.
Hey everybody, my name is Jelani Day.
25-year-old Jelani Day was the fourth of Carmen Day's 5 children raised in Danville, Illinois. 2 girls and 3 boys.
In my house, my kids took great pride into their grades. They wanted to see who GPA could be higher than the next one.
The kids were close and competitive. His older brothers, Save and DeAndre, admired Jelani and were proud of him.
He was very athletic, very smart, had goals.
Had countless friends in different programs and organizations he was a part of that he made a difference in.
Jelani was an A student at Alabama A&M. He was even chosen to say the prayer at graduation.
Made me feel a sense of achievement in our qualification and great excitement about our future.
I was like, look at my baby. Look at my baby.
Jelani Jesse Javante Day.
I'm very proud of him.
In August 2021, Jelani was getting his master's degree in the competitive field of speech pathology at Illinois State University in downstate Normal.
Why speech pathology?
He wanted to help others who didn't have a voice for themselves to be able to speak. He had a friend growing up. His name is Paul, and Paul had a speech impediment. He used to get teased a lot.
Jelani got a very early start on the morning of Tuesday, August 24th. He logged into a school computer on campus at 6:20 a.m. Then, an hour later at 7:20, got coffee at this Starbucks at the ISU Student Union. That is him on security video, dressed up in black pants and a blue shirt. Take note of his outfit. Carmen says he seemed excited about a clinical session with a patient later that afternoon and called her repeatedly the day before.
He was going to go through his homework, and he said, okay, Mom, I don't want nothing. I just wanted to hear your voice. And I said, okay, babe, I'll talk to you in the morning.
Jelani did not call his mom the next day. She assumed he was busy at school. In the week since then, Carmen has carefully watched the college security video from that morning.
I see him going in a building where he's approached by 2 people. It looks like he talks to them and they all go into the building.
The building is Fairchild Hall, which houses the speech pathology and audiology department. Carmen says the tape shows him walking out a few minutes later.
I see him sit down on a bench and I see him looking at his phone.
Like he's reading a text or like he's looking at video or what?
It was texting.
Then Carmen says he walked back across campus and there's video of his car leaving. His mother says he must have driven to his apartment off campus. She later retraced his steps.
When I went there, it was typical Jelani. He'd take his clothes off and leave them in the floor.
About 2 hours later, around 9:12 a.m., Jelani was caught on camera again in different clothes, this time wearing shorts and a Jimi Hendrix t-shirt. He was walking into the Beyond Hello marijuana dispensary, 10 minutes from campus in Bloomington. His mother says he bought 1 joint and left.
But Jelani did not go back to campus for his class at 1 o'clock that afternoon, and crucial time would pass before anyone realized something was wrong. 24 hours later, when he missed class for a second day, his professor was now concerned enough to alert the school for a wellness check.
what happened to my brother.
His brother DeAndre, a middle school teacher, was the first relative to get the news.
Police came knocking on my door saying, "You're looking for your brother." So I called my mom and my sister. "Have you heard from him?" They said no.
Immediately, Carmen knew something was terribly wrong and says she tried to convince police to go all in, even though she says they told her adults missing a short time only trigger a full search if they're in danger of hurting themselves or others.
Did you tell the police that he was in danger of hurting himself or others?
I said, but at this point, I don't know. So I'm telling you, if that's what you need me to say to you, I will say anything. And he said, well, I'll get back with you.
Police tell us under state law, all missing persons cases are taken seriously right away. So when Carmen reported Jelani missing at 8:57 that night, they say they went to work, calling hospitals, friends, and relatives.
As the investigation began, detectives focused on that security video and started looking for more pictures from stores, homes, and gas stations.
Every investigation in 2021 is ultra reliant on video cameras and electronic data.
The story of the missing college student would eventually go viral after a rallying cry on social media called out the national media's attention on the Gabby Petito case, noting the racial disparities in the coverage of people who go missing.
I'm glad that it's getting media attention. It helps us with our investigation.
Even with the coverage, the key question remained, where on earth did Jelani go? What caused him to leave this campus, change out of his dress clothes when he had such an important class that afternoon? Who was he talking to? Who was he possibly texting? What was said in any of the messages? His mother says this clearly goes far beyond the legal purchase of marijuana. Something changed, right?
Something changed.
What happened?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out.
Do you think the answer's on that phone?
I do. I believe that it is.
That day, Jelani was driving a car he was proud of and careful with, a 2010 white Chrysler 300 he got from his grandfather.
He put the car in the shop, got the car painted, got the car repaired, everything, and he paid for it out by himself.
On Thursday, 2 days after his disappearance, Carmen says she received an email when a story broke saying her son's car had been found an hour north in Peru, Illinois. She says a detective finally called.
I already heard about it, so I'm mad. I'm very upset. And he said, where did you hear about it from? It's like, it's in the newspaper. It's on the news.
Carmen scrambled to get to a wooded area near the town's YMCA where police have been searching the car.
To me, it's unusual the way his vehicle was. You know, it was off of a parking lot inside. It wasn't like deep into a woods, but it was off a parking lot. That's very unusual to just find a car like that.
Investigators recovered several items inside. Some of the clothes he was wearing at the dispensary, a partially smoked marijuana cigar blunt, and Jelani's journal. Was there a clue in what was written inside? Police won't say.
We collected a lot of evidence from the vehicle, and we were
Sorry, Michael. August 25th of 2021.
using a lot of that.
They say there's no blood. They say it doesn't look like anything was disturbed. They don't see any signs of foul play.
Does anything about this make sense?
Absolutely not. Nothing makes sense to me. There's nothing about the car being in a wooded area, the city of Peru. I never even heard of the city of Peru until we found the car.
Carmen says the car's license plate had been removed.
What does that tell you?
This is purposeful.
And soon there was more. Police conducted an extensive search nearby with dogs, drones, and teams on foot. They found Jelani's wallet a quarter-mile from the car in a residential area.
Any money in the wallet?
There was no money in the wallet.
Any of his credit cards or debit cards?
Nope.
And he had those things, right?
Yes, he did.
So did you check the debit card and the credit card? Was there any activity between the time he disappeared?
No, I'm not seeing any activity.
Nothing.
Nothing.
With no sign of life, the family was frightened and frustrated and tried to find Jelani on their own.
I put out this post on Facebook and I asked anybody who could and will to meet me in Peru.
How many people showed up?
More people than I expected.
They organized a search near the area where the car was found. Volunteers came from as far away as Chicago. Even professional tracking dogs arrived with a handler.
They split us up into groups. There was a park across the street from this wooded area.
And they found several things, clothes and a gun clip. Carmen called police to process the evidence.
And he said to us, they collected that, what we found, but he doesn't think it had anything to do with Jelani. He thinks it was somebody, a homeless person.
Then on Saturday, September 4th, a week and a half after Jelani's disappearance, a partially clad, badly decomposed body was found floating face down under a tree that had fallen into the Illinois River in Peru, 3 miles from the car. Carmen raced to the scene, but says police told her she should not view the body.
Didn't even get to look at my baby. I didn't see him, and I wish I would have looked at him. I wish I would have.
The body had a double knotted sweatshirt tied around the waist. Jelani's shorts and sneakers were on a riverbank and contained unidentified DNA, raising even more questions. Using dental records and the family's DNA, it would take an excruciating 19 days for authorities to finally make a positive ID of the body. It was Jelani. But the family was stunned by the official cause of death, it wasn't any type of wound or injury as they expected. The medical examiner said Jelani Day had drowned.
I will never forget that day. To hear my dad cry like that and to hear my mother in so much pain was horrific. It was really devastating. And to get that explanation that he drowned was a slap in the face. It was an insult to us.
But the coroner also wrote drowning is considered a diagnosis of exclusion when a body's found in water with no other obvious injury.
Did he know how to swim?
Absolutely. He swam in high school. He was an avid swimmer. He swam all the time, working out, always at the pool.
So how did he end up in the river? Is there any chance Jelani took his own life?
Jelani's never had any kind of any inclination that he wanted to harm himself.
Was he on any medication
He was
for mental
not
illness,
nothing,
depression?
Nothing.
How much did your son have to live for?
Everything to live for. He loved life. He loved his family.
In fact, she says Jelani had recently volunteered to be the donor for his father, who had leukemia and needed a stem cell transplant.
He was the most likely match for his dad.
And he wanted to do it.
He absolutely, yeah.
Sadly, Jelani's father passed away 7 months after he did.
Justice for Jelani!
Justice for Jelani!
Carmen Day has accused the Bloomington police of dragging their feet when she first reported Jelani missing. And she says authorities took far too long to identify his body, and they and the media would have worked much harder and faster if her son wasn't black.
Bloomington dropped the ball from the beginning.
We won't argue with their emotions. If they feel like we're not doing enough, that's how they feel about it. We can provide some facts on what we're doing, but I'm not going to tell their family how they should feel.
The family is losing confidence in the local authorities. They want answers.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump and Reverend Jesse Jackson are helping in her fight for answers.
Throughout this whole ordeal, I try not to be that angry black woman or try not to be in their face and telling them what they need to do because I needed them to look for my child.
Bloomington Police and the LaSalle County Coroner both declined our request for an on-camera interview. In a written statement, Bloomington Police told us they would not comment because the case is still an active investigation and the FBI is involved. To the family, it felt like everything was at a standstill.
Then, 6 weeks after the body was recovered, a significant clue was found through pure luck. A man was driving on the highway when he pulled off on one of the Bloomington exits to secure a mattress that was tied to the roof of his car. He just happened to look down at the side of the road and saw an iPhone. It was Jelani Day's. What do you want to know from that phone?
I want to know who's involved, who was he last texting in his last hours, who was his last conversation with.
Through the Freedom of Information Act, we obtained heavily redacted emails from the FBI to Peru Police. One is called Extraction Report, Apple iPhone, 23 chats and 17 messages. These details have been cross-referenced from Jelani's contact list. Another notes 6 phone numbers of interest. But a detective also writes nothing crazy on Jelani's phone extraction. The information they have is apparently from Verizon's call records, but they still have not figured out the password and gotten inside the phone to see what was written in the messages.
Has anyone come forward to say, yeah, I was talking with Jelani that day on the phone?
Nobody came forward. It's people that I found out that he went to go see that day at the medical facility on campus. They didn't even come forward and say, yeah, I remember talking to him that day.
Police sources close to the investigation tell us his phone was turned off at 9:21 a.m., while Jelani was believed to be in the parking lot leaving the marijuana dispensary. Video shows him driving away. His iPhone was later tossed from his car onto that roadside on I-55 North, south of mile marker 158. The question is, did Jelani do that, or did someone else?
Do you think there are people out there with information?
Absolutely. I think people are withholding information for some whatever reason, but I don't care.
The Day family has lost a brother, a son, and now a father, but say their will to find justice for Jelani will never wane.
And I'm trusting God that everything I'm doing to find out what happened to him will not be in vain. This is not going to be an unsolved mystery.
All right. There's that. And I do agree with you, Jesse. This is definitely not an accident as far as I'm concerned, the way this went down. 1 second here. understand something with this kid. You still there, Mama Bear?
Yep.
You had never heard of this, huh?
I think maybe bits and pieces of it, but
This man had 3 autopsies done. 3. This is the way. I haven't gotten to the details of how he was found and some of the things that were going on. They didn't put it in there because it's very vulgar. Like it's very, very like trigger warning wise. Welcome, come back to my comebacks. Good to see you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Victoria. You can look at him and tell based on what I know about his body, it wasn't drowning. And they're not saying. At some point, I read an article, actually, like a typed article, that it was asked if he had, when they did the second autopsy, I think it was, or no, it was the first one. I'm sorry, it was the first one. If there was water in his lungs and his stomach, there wasn't. So he, as far as I'm concerned, that stops it for me. He didn't drown. That's it.
exactly.
Okay. He was deceased when he went in the water. That's how that works, guys. So, 100% there was something else going on. Oh, I did it again. I don't know why I keep doing this week. Because my internet's all messed up and it's making me think crazy things. Anyway. Sorry. All right, let's try this again. There it is. All right, so this is the info that came back. The news reel that came back after the third autopsy. And I'll fill in the gaps, guys. Welcome. Woke up in 84. Good to see you again. Okay. This is from 2 years ago now.
He refuses to allow Jelani's case to slip through the.
Hold on.
So Father Flager told me he refuses to allow Jelani's case to slip through the cracks, vowing to help the family in their search for answers.
Why is this being ignored?
It's a case that caught the attention of St. Sabina leader Father Michael Flager.
The more I started to read and listen, I got angry because it seemed to me, from what I've read and what I've learned, and then speaking with his mother, that this boy was killed. Here's this African-American woman feeling she hasn't got the help of the local government or law enforcement who are responding to her as if her son's life wasn't valuable.
Earlier this week, the LaSalle County coroner said Day's cause of death is drowning because Day was found in the Illinois River.
Jelani knew how to swim. Doesn't even make sense.
Day's mom tells the I-Team she wanted a third autopsy done to understand how her son died and to be sure that the body found in the river is in fact Jelani. So Father Flager hired local private investigator and forensics expert Sergio Saratella and his team to help this mom get answers.
The first thing we did when we examined the body was look for external signs of trauma. So
Good
looking
point,
for
AG.
lacerations, incisions, broken bones, gunshot wounds.
Saratella says while his team did not find any obvious signs of external trauma to the body, he says it's impossible to say there was no harm done at this point.
The fact is, Mother Nature dealt us a very difficult hand. The remains were in water for 11 days, and the river washed away a great deal of forensic evidence. The heat, the water, which accelerated decomposition, and the environment really made forensic investigation very difficult in this case.
Saratella says he has not reviewed the LaSalle County coroner's autopsy, and he prefers it that way so that he can have an objective review of the case. But he says even if the cause of death is drowning, that doesn't tell us how Day drowned or if someone was responsible.
The other thing that I did was obtain DNA samples, and that's used to confirm the identification of the remains.
Saratella says there's one piece of evidence his team is still searching for that could be a game changer in this case: Jelani Day's phone.
With respect to his location, his movement, who he was communicating with, the content of those communications, I really think that if we can find his phone, digital forensics will advance this investigation in a major way.
Now, Saratella tells me he hopes to have DNA results in the next few weeks and will review them to Jelani's mother as soon as they come in. Local police departments involved in the case tell the I-Team they are doing everything in their power to help solve this case. Hey, if you like that video.
And I don't believe they did. I don't believe they are. And I have to say this. Sorry, I have to say this as much as I don't want to. I think that if this would have been a rich white kid, then yeah, it would have been prioritized, folks. And I hate to say things like that, but I mean, I'm being honest, okay? That's my thought on this. And they can argue that that's not what it is. They can say whatever they want to say. That's just how I feel at this point. That's all. And I agree with you, AG. It does sound like that too a lot. So, hold on a second here. We know that they found the cell phone. Okay. I got a couple other things for you guys to check out too. All right, I'll share this to you too. This popped up. These were the only updates that I could find on this, which is why I want to bring this out so bad. Okay. Because it needs more. It definitely needs more. I want to know what happened to this kid. Something bad happened to this kid, guys. There's certain details I'm going to get into, but I'm going to do it all at once. That way the trigger warning goes up and it stays up for that point. Because there's some really, really horrible things that happened to this kid, in my opinion. And I'm going to explain it here in a little bit. This is the update that I got from 5 months ago via the news. Okay. I'm still trying. I have reached out to his mother. I want to do an interview with her. And I want to push this like I do these other cases that I've done. Keep pushing it. Okay. And keep the word going. So again, we got 72 peeps in here now. We're getting there. I was wondering something about that too, Hope, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say that now without knowing any other details before I go into that. But no, it's that I'm saying it, Jesse. I mean, I'm not trying to be that kind of a person, guys, but this is fact. If it was a white kid or a cute blonde white girl, it would have been all over the news. And there was hardly any news coverage on this, folks. I went back and looked. There wasn't very much back then. Okay, they didn't do a whole lot as far as like jumping on this, getting excited about it, making it a priority. It's sad. It's very sad. Yeah, I saw that, Victoria, that link for the Enigma channel, and I thank you for that. There's a lot of cases like this. That's fact. And I don't know. You're right with that clue, but like I said, I think that if it would have been somebody, okay, just like we said with Idaho, if that would have been Dylan and Bethany would have been male, they would have been two male roommates. They would have been looked at immediately. They'd have been arrested probably and held or detained or whatever immediately is what I'm trying to say. That's what kind of happens in these scenarios is what I mean by this. I've seen these things happen around here where I'm from. We had, I'll give you a quick instance. There was a realtor that lives around here. Big money. They have big money. And his son, he had 2 boys and a daughter. The daughter was older, the oldest child. She had her own kids. He had a child that was in college, I think, and then one in high school. And the one in high school got into some trouble, we'll say. And kind of floated out of that, if you know what I mean. Okay. Now, there was not too long after that, there was a kid that was involved in the same scenario, got into that trouble. That kid's in prison. Does that you see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that kind of thing. So, and Chicago is a high crime area. That's fact. That is a fact. Illinois, a lot of places in Illinois are right. There are bad crime areas. So I agree with that one too.
Chicago is, but from what I've heard of Bloomington, Danville, and that, it's further south,
Right.
southern Illinois, and
Yeah.
there's not the crime aspect in those areas like in Chicago.
Right, and that's true, Jesse. The Daniel Robinson case, we looked into that one. It didn't get anything. And this case here, this was going on when Gabby Petito was going on. And Gabby Petito's case got way more coverage and more, got out there way more than this. I'd never heard of this. I was covering Gabby's case. I never heard of this. That'll tell you. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, 12, what's up? Good to see you. So yeah, Robert, right. Okay, so let me throw this at you guys here. This is the newest update I could find on this. And this is from 5 months ago, which is, good, but still not as you'll see, it's not the greatest update. Not, I did it again. Damn it! Come on. It's not the what I would like to hear. I guess I should say. Here we go. Sorry. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now. Where did it go? Good Lord. Okay. Make sure you guys let me know how it sounds and how everything. What is going on with this? Hold on a second, guys. I'm sorry. There they are. Okay. Cool. It was just me then. Typical. Operator error. No comments, everybody. All right. Let me know how the audio is. If there's any problems, please. Heather B, what's up? Good to see you.
Yesterday marked 2 years since Illinois State University grad student Jelani Day was last seen alive. Earlier this month, we reported that Saturday, Jelani Day's foundation dinner has been postponed due to new developments. Our Brianna Rittman spoke with Day's mom and joins us now from our Twin Cities newsroom. So, Brianna, what new developments has she shared with you?
Rebecca, it's been 2 years since Carmen Bolden Day last spoke with her son, Jelani Day. Now she believes she has more proof that someone else was involved in his disappearance and ultimate death.
I don't have him anymore. Now all I've been doing is working on trying to figure out why I had to bury him.
Carmen Bolden Day is still searching for answers as to what happened to her son, Jelani Day. Jelani, an Illinois State University grad student, was last seen in Bloomington August 24, 2021. A body was found in the Illinois River in LaSalle County on September 4, 2021, but was not identified as Day's for almost another 3 weeks. The LaSalle County coroner ruled Day's death as a drowning, but his family believes otherwise.
Every day is something about Jelani. I never stop thinking about Jelani. I'm always working on something that has to do with Jelani.
Now, with new information, Bolden Day wants her son's death investigation turned into a murder investigation.
Being that there were shoe prints found in the vicinity of where Jelani's body was found, that was never revealed to us, that was never disclosed to us. We obtained pictures. The police had taken pictures of shoe prints. As you know, Jelani didn't have on shoes. His shoes were found a mile up the river from where his body was found. So those shoe prints couldn't belong to him.
As a result of this and other developments, Bolden Day wanted to focus more energy into her son's case. She ultimately decided to postpone the Jelani Day Foundation dinner that was scheduled for Saturday. But after making the decision to postpone the dinner, Bolden Day was asked to participate in the March on Washington's 60th anniversary. The 1963 March on Washington is when Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his infamous I Have a Dream speech.
Now, I will be up there representing my son 60 years later in the presence of Dr. King's children.
And I have reached out to Peru's chief of police and have not received an answer. And the Jelani Day Foundation dinner has been postponed to February 3rd, which is Missing Persons Day. Rebecca?
And now continuing coverage, the family of a former Illinois State University student who went missing 2 years ago says they have received evidence but believe it does not line up with what police told them. Now officials are responding to those claims. Fox Illinois' David Pierce is working for you to share how law enforcement explains why there may be a disconnect.
I spoke with Jelani's mother, Carmen Bolden Day, and she says that her family received photos of the crime scene where Jelani's body was found. She says there are footprints that can be seen, but police did not acknowledge that detail to their family in previous reports. Bolden Day also says police have had his phone since 2021, along with surveillance video showing Jelani stopping at a service desk on campus and unlocking it. She says she finally watched the video in April of this year and pointed out to police that he can be seen unlocking his phone. Bolden Day says police gained access to it days later.
If they thought those shoe prints had nothing to do with the case, why was it never mentioned? Obviously, there's some sort of substance to it because there were photographs taken of the shoe prints. So my question now is, who do those shoe prints belong to? They saw Jelani punching in his code. That phone was unlocked in 2023. It took them 11 days to unlock my son's phone. Just imagine if that had happened back in 2021.
I contacted the LaSalle County Sheriff, Adam Diss, and he responded with a statement saying, quote, Jelani's body was recovered in a remote, not easily accessible area. The fresh footprints that are seen on the shore were left by a verified emergency services worker assisting the search for Jelani Day, and the person was witnessed on the shore leaving the footprints by law enforcement. My agency did not take part in the cell phone forensics, and I do not have any further information. Bolden Day also says she has been trying to meet with police to go through Jelani's phone. I also spoke with the state attorney for LaSalle County, and he says that he did not want to make a comment, but he also says that the phone is no longer in his office's possession. I'm David Pierce reporting in the newsroom. Back to you.
Thanks, David. FBI says they're still investigating Day's death.
Okay. So there's that. And again, the updates are not anything important as far as I'm concerned. Excuse me. One second here. There we go. I mean, it could be if he was involved in a fraternity, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know if he was. That's never been spoken about at this point. You know what I mean? The cell phone thing is an issue for me. All right, let me give you talk about this other thing I was looking at. I'm sorry. There's some. Hold on a minute. I hope so too, Jesse, because I would really love to interview her myself and let her know that we're trying to get some kind of something done with this, if you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because I really do want this to get out there in a bad way. 1 second here. Nope. That's why it's not working. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to pull up something here. I'm sorry. No, that's a good point, though, Clue. Good question, actually. They probably do, but I've not seen any kind of anything, explaining any of that. That's a good question, though. Like a really good question. 1 second here. Okay. All right. They're not telling anything on what the third autopsy revealed. That's the sad thing. Okay. And I don't understand why. All right. Okay. I hope you guys can see this. All right, so let me see. I'm going to scan through what you need, what you've already heard and haven't heard. One moment here. Where are we at?
What's up at DQ? These two are debating which $7 meal deal, with fries,
Hold
drink,
on.
and a sundae,
I
is the
just
best
that
full-size
didn't
meal
work.
deal of all. Cheeseburger, chicken strips. There's something for everyone in the $7 meal deal at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Jelani Day's mother still can't believe that her son is never coming home. I recently joined her on a key stop on her quest for answers, Peru, Illinois, the place where her son's body was found.
Even though it's been a year, it felt like this stuff just happened.
On the outside, Carmen Bolden Day appears to be strong and unrelenting. But deep down, Jelani Day's mother tells me her heart breaks daily because she still doesn't know what happened to her son.
What hurts the most for you in this moment right now?
Then I gotta sit here with you and talk about my baby. He's supposed to be here.
Jelani was a graduate student studying speech pathology at Illinois State University. He was last seen on campus on August 24th, 2021. The following morning, his mother says he didn't answer her calls.
If I text him.
Now, the one thing I am curious about is we saw what he was wearing, okay, when he was caught on that camera. Then he goes home and puts on a t-shirt, some shorts, and off he goes. It makes you wonder what he was planning on doing that he changed his clothes. He goes to the dispensary, picks up one joint. Obviously, he smoked it, some of it. What was he going to do? Where was he going? Who was he going to? Was he going to meet somebody that he was texting? Is that why he did that stuff? You know, he was chilling for the rest of the day, relaxing, whatever. What was that? And it is important, I guess. They're saying whatever's in his phone is important. What was it that he was going to go do? Who was it that he talked to? That's one of the things that's bugging me with this. Little clue sounds like, yeah, she does. I agree.
Jelani would text me back, let me know, Mom, I'm gonna call you right back, or he would call me, but I didn't get a text back.
This image from surveillance video is the last sighting of Jelani, waiting in line.
And see that, look for a minute here. If you look at that, he's looking at the camera. He sees the camera. Now, I've always been a person, when somebody walks in somewhere and they're looking at cameras, am I the only person that thinks that that's slightly weird, that's suspicious? If somebody looks at the camera when they come into a place or going out of a place, if there's a camera, to look at the camera like that, to me, that feels like something. It always has. You know what I'm saying? He was in Omega. Aha. Thank you, Hope. That I didn't know. I didn't get a chance to really look at that. All right, here we go. Kind of want your input a little bit too. Come on, Clue, if you feel like it, jump on up here. When did they hire their own investigator? Were those results made public? I'm getting to that part. See, that's what I was saying, Ro. Almost as if he wanted to be seen. Like, here I am. Do you see me? That's what I'm wondering. And I wondered if I've wondered if there was somebody else in the vehicle when he came in here into this store. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Was he alone? Did he have somebody with him? Did he go meet up with somebody when he left here? That's what I mean. Very interesting to me.
This image from surveillance video is the last sighting of Jelani, waiting in line at a marijuana dispensary in Bloomington. Days later, police found his car in this wooded area in Peru, Illinois, about 60 miles north of campus. Day's body was found in the Illinois River.
And if the dude drowned, why did he park his car in the woods instead of in the parking lot? That's something else that that doesn't make sense to me. Who would drive up in the woods to almost hide the car rather than just leaving the parking lot? If he was going swimming, maybe, and that's where they're trying to say he possibly drowned. But again, no, that doesn't make sense to me. Hey, Clue, what's up?
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. So, do you have any ideas on this yet, as of yet, or is there not enough yet for you?
I would just, like, there's questions I would want to know, like, how did they find the joint, right? Like, was it put out? Did it go out on its own?
That's a good question. They didn't say. They did find it, but they didn't say how they found it, right?
Right. And where? Like, was it?
I think it was in the ashtray of the vehicle.
That car has an ashtray.
Yeah, I think they all do. or something like that. I guess maybe unless there was an ashtray in it. You know, like one of those. What are they called?
Like the cup ones.
Yeah, like a butt bucket. I
Yeah.
think they're called, or something like that. Yeah, maybe something like. Who knows? I don't know, but that's where they. I'm gonna guess. Theirs does not have an ashtray. Okay.
No, the newer cars don't. That's why I was saying that car has an ashtray. Newer cars don't have an ashtray.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. So maybe it was just in the console. I don't know. I wouldn't imagine anybody would do that in a car like that. His mom said he took really good care. He was very proud of the car. So that's what I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know. And yeah, that's the other thing is why would the license plate be taken off of it?
So, well, where was the car at? You said?
Right. Hold on, I'll show you again. They just showed it. Hold on.
Tells me the delays in her son's case have been unacceptable. In particular, the delay in accessing her son's phone.
The FBI has the phone and they can't unlock it. His radio from his car, they believe that it can tell where the car was. They claim that this radio is in Quantico, but it's on a 2-year backlog.
The ABC 7i team asked the FBI about these pieces of evidence, but the agency says it can't comment on active investigations. And for the first time, the ABC 7i team is getting an exclusive look at a key piece of evidence in this investigation. That's Jelani Day's car. Police also told Miss Day the car had been sitting outside for the last 3 weeks.
This is where they said they had no room to store Jelani's car. This is the secure area where Jelani's car should be at.
The Peru Police Department wouldn't tell the I-Team why Jelani's car is currently outside and would not speak with us on camera, but they did give us a statement on behalf of the Jelani Day Joint Task Force, saying in part, quote, "Complex death investigations take time to thoroughly investigate, and the Jelani Day Joint Task Force is employing all available investigative techniques to bring this case to a resolution as soon as possible. The task force continues to solicit tips from the public, and the $10,000 reward for substantial information regarding Day's final hours remains active." Ms. Day says she will not grow weary and that she owes it to Jelani to keep going.
That I love him. I just want him to be proud of me. I want him to know that I'm not going to let people forget him and that I'm going to find out what happened to him.
The FBI is still taking tips on Jelani Day's case. If you have any information,
but I didn't get a text back.
This image from surveillance video is the last sighting of Jelani, waiting in line at a marijuana dispensary in Bloomington. Days later, police found his car in this wooded area.
That's where they found the car, which was very close to the, hold on.
In Peru, Illinois, about 60 miles north of campus. Days bus.
So it was 60 miles north of the college he goes to.
But is it near the road?
It was in the woods, closer to the like where the water would be, I guess. It was in the woods. Like the police officer even said it was nowhere near the parking lot. It was into the woods, which was strange.
I mean, there's no point in taking the tag because it would be registered to him. You know what I mean?
To steal it for your own. Right. Yeah, I agree. And I agree with you, Jesse. The FBI has the phone and they're going to say they can't unlock it. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. The FBI can do anything they want. We know that. There's no reason why they shouldn't be able to unlock that phone. I don't get it at all. It's just, there's a lot of things. Now, I'm not showing pictures or anything like that because I just wouldn't do that. But there were things about him that were not right after he was found. Like his eyes were missing. His teeth were not in his mouth. And they tried to state that the water would do that and make his teeth come out. I don't believe that. I've never seen that happen in my life. And I've been on multiple body removals and things like that. Pulled people from the water. No. And at some point, they were talking about a piece of his skull being removed. Okay. I don't understand that at all. So these are the things that I have issues with. You're going to tell me that stuff happened and there's no foul play involved? Now, I know that being in the water, listen, I've pulled multiple people out of the water. It will cause, like if you have wounds on your body, it will cause them to be, they're hard. It's harder to see them. Things get washed off. Things get, the body gets bloated, things like that. But I just like the Kylie Rodney case. When I looked at that one, I don't believe she drowned because they stated that there wasn't enough water in her lungs or her stomach for her to drown. Very, 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 very minuscule amounts of it. That has to be for somebody. Listen, when somebody drowns in the water, they inhale and they ingest the water into their body. That's why they drown. When you don't have that in your body, that means you stopped breathing before you went in the water, and it just doesn't get it. I don't get it. Right, the fish can get to the bodies. I understand that, but some of the things are just a little too much for me, is what I'm saying. I don't know. Back down where I was here. And I'm curious to know why they can't get into his phone.
They could.
That's what I'm saying. They can. And then they have this other thing with the radio from his vehicle saying that that's backlogged by 2 years. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense to me at all. How are you going to have something and saying that you can do this specific work to do this, to find this out, and saying you can't do it for 2 years? Come on, you guys.
I mean, I won't say that could be untrue because, like I said, there's look how many people go missing every day. You know what I mean?
I understand. I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying it seems kind of out there, if you know what I mean. He was 25 years old when he went missing, so on and so forth. Okay, here we come with the. All right, I'm gonna play this too for you guys here, and then we'll move to the next one.
Hey, cover girls.
And if some of this stuff is stuff that you guys may hear more than once, I apologize, but there's added things that go to it. So.
Plant power? It's a game changer. Introducing the ultimate plant-powered mascara called Cleantopia. 300% extreme lush volume. Now in dramatic ultramarine black. Cleantopia mascara, ultramarine black. From CoverGirl.
The FBI is offering a $10,000 reward for information regarding the death of Jelani Day. The missing ISU student's body was found in the Illinois River in September. The coroner said he drowned with no evidence of pre-death injury. Authorities are hoping the reward could lead to a new witness or evidence in the case. Day's mother tells our Sam Chapman that she is thankful, but wonders why the FBI waited so long to get involved.
What if they had did their job prior to now? What could they have found? Because we all know that time waits for nobody. The first 48 hours is the most critical hours you can find out stuff.
Day's mother is also offering an additional $25,000 reward in this case.
Hey, cover girls. Plant power?
You know, it doesn't matter if you choose left or right because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious.
You know, it doesn't matter if you choose left or right because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious.
An update on the investigation into the death of Illinois State graduate student Jelani Day. His family is responding to what it calls contradictions between two autopsies. Online reports claim some of Day's organs were missing during a second independent autopsy. Day's mother says that's not true. She disputes speculations that her son's organs might have been harvested. She reiterates that she believes her son was murdered. Jelani Day was last seen on August 24th. His body was found more than a week later in the Illinois River in LaSalle County.
Vision insurance doesn't do you any good if you don't use it. Just like this treadmill.
I keep trying to raid this thing, you guys, and it keeps disappearing. We need to hit pause for a moment. As outraged and upset as we are, we must stay the course and stick to the facts in our search for answers. Some things need to be clarified. No organs were missing. I do not want to stray off the facts, which is good. There were contradicting facts from the first preliminary autopsy compared to the second independent autopsy, but this is not a case of organ harvesting. However, my son did not pull himself into the river. My son was murdered, and my goal and purpose are to find out what happened and hold those responsible.
Hey.
Good God. There we go. Sorry about that. Things doing their own thing. Toxicology would have been messed up because we were right. Yeah, gotcha. So, all right, now there's the same.
This morning, a growing mystery surrounding the death of Illinois State University grad student Jelani Day.
I'm very upset because I can't even look at my son's body. I can't even say a proper goodbye to him.
Day, who was studying to be a doctor, was living and going to school in Bloomington, Illinois. He was last seen on campus August 24th. 2 days later, his car found an hour north in the town of Peru. A week after that, his body found floating in the Illinois River. Peru police investigators are now working to identify this man, captured on security cameras knocking on a home not far from where Day's remains were located. The video taken the day after Day was last seen. The FBI now working with local investigators as they try to figure out if this unknown subject is connected to Day's case. The Day family's attorney says loved ones suspect foul play.
The wallet was found in a different area. The lanyard, which had his school ID on it, was not found with the wallet. It was found in a different area.
Authorities so far only calling the circumstances surrounding the disappearance unusual.
The way his vehicle was, it was off of a parking lot. That's very unusual to just find a car like that.
Investigators now working to retrace Day's final movements.
Jelani did not just disappear into thin air. Somebody knows something, somebody's seen something, and I need somebody to say something.
The 25-year-old's death has garnered the attention of Viola Davis, Lizzo, and other celebrities. And authorities at this point have not named any suspects in this case. The community will hold a special memorial for Day, October 9th. Alex Perez, ABC News, Chicago.
Okay, so I guess they had a person or have a person of interest, which is something new for me, but I don't know. I don't know what to think because there are no now the next piece of this is where this comes into play, guys. Jelani Day's siblings released a statement on Tuesday. This was about 2 years ago again, clarifying that there were body parts missing from the second autopsy, and they still do not have the answers as to why. First, we just want to express our thanks for the continuous support from everyone. We know a lot of you have been reaching out, and if we haven't read or responded yet, we will just give us some time. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Secondly, we know The majority of you have read the accurate Sun Times articles, seen other posts about our brother's body, and also have been reading our mother's post. Good Lord, these things just keep doing their own thing. Sorry. Our mom is trying to focus on one thing, and that is who murdered our brother. She has been doing an amazing job as far as the body. There are things that are missing that we do not have an accurate explanation as to why they are missing. We also have questions as to why the first autopsy results differ with the second autopsy results. Good point. Per the second autopsy, the pathologist didn't have all the body parts, organs for the body they identified as our brother, Jelani Day. Also, according to the second autopsy, the pathologist was confused as to why the first pathologist did what he did to our brother's body to perform the autopsy itself. Furthermore, the second pathologist was confused as to why he didn't have the whole body. And we are under the impression that the state lab still has body parts in their possession. Also, there are major organs that are damaged, or in their words, mush or liquefied. We are not taking organ harvesting off the table. But still, our mother's wishes are not to make organ harvesting the main focus. We are unsure if the whole body was there, so this is why we didn't do a burial. This is why we are in the process of getting a third autopsy done due to numerous amounts of conflicting information from the first and second autopsy. They have been keeping us in the dark, and we, the family, have been working to get answers. Due to the distrust, this is why we suspect foul play of the LaSalle County coroner, LaSalle Sheriff's Office, LaSalle PD, Peru PD, and Bloomington PD. For these reasons, this is why we want/need the FBI involved as well. Thank you for your understanding, and please respect our family's privacy and wishes by not contacting our mother with your questions. Please give her time to breathe, think, and sleep. Thank you. God bless. Justice for Jelani. Now, there is a coroner, I do believe it was a coroner, that wrote a complaint letter about this because there was a law passed about this case, you guys. Okay. Give me a second here and I will show you real quick here. Did you say something, by the way, Clue?
Mm-mm.
I thought I had heard you say something. I'm sorry. Pleased with you, or are you by yourself?
He's in the floor, sleeping.
Oh, cool. That's always fun. Okay, so here we go. By the way, there is a Facebook page set up for this. Anybody's interested. Justice for Jelani Day. Excuse me. So this was 2022 that this was put up here, November 11th. Let me see. This is kind of crazy. So Dwayne Northrup of Champaign, Illinois, decided at 4:18 a.m. that he needed to vent about his issues with the Jelani Day law coming in effect. Nope, I guess that doesn't work. So there is still a lot of unknown questions that the Day family has been trying to receive nonstop for over a year now that need to be answered. Other individuals, such as Michael Rain of McHenry County, Illinois, are asking those same questions. He also mentions in the email that I'll be ready to hear from the state police when they take over. It was then followed by a response from Michael Rain of McHenry County, Illinois, who ironically asked the same questions as the Day family have done for over a year now. He also mentions the state police when they take over. Oh, I must have. Oh, okay, that was repeated then. Jamie Harwood of Peoria, Illinois, asked the most important question of all: if the autopsy had been peer reviewed, which was unfortunately met with backlash from Scott Denton. Scott Denton performed the initial autopsy and stated in the email that there were no contradictory findings. Let's not forget the separate autopsy that was performed by an outside hire of the Day family that stated otherwise. Okay. So the first autopsy being done, there was stated that there was no preliminary injuries or wounds that could have led to him being deceased before the drowning per se, right? The secondary one, they're basically stating that there were things that showed them that something else could have taken place based on what this is saying. I think that's kind of crazy, but hey, this is truly disturbing that we live in a society that individuals choose to spread misinformation because the facts don't match within his own agenda. These are individuals that are responsible for handling the body of our loved ones once they have taken their last breath. It is important that when it is time to vote, that we must think of the laws and the people we are protecting and serving, which is yet again a task that Peru, LaSalle, and Bloomington failed to do for Jelani Day. All right. Let me see if that blows up any bigger. Okay. The subject here. This is a letter this is from Michael Rain, who was, I believe, the pathologist that did the first autopsy, okay? Excuse me. What is the direct numbers that we are supposed
But when I started to create a streaming platform for musicians like me, I knew it was important to build my credit to set my business up right. I heard about the Chime Credit Builder card and I signed up right away. I didn't have to worry about fees, interest, or credit checks. Within a month, my score went up. Now it's up over 100 points. I feel set up for success, and so is my business. I tell everybody about the Chime Credit Builder card. Here we go.
Good God. Sorry, folks. I don't know why these keep doing this. Where did that letter go? I am so bad at this stuff sometimes.
No comment.
I know. Where did it go? I just had it here. Hold up, folks. 1 second. My apologies again. Why can't those not run when I'm doing this? All right. Sorry. 1 second, please. Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay. Go back through all this again. Boom. Here we go.
A clue.
Your alarm's ready. All right.
Take your drugs. I mean, your medicine.
Let me see here.
Now it's time for fiance to wake up from his nap.
Oh.
My interpretation, can we bill them for any costs associated with identifying a decedent? If a forensic odontologist is hired by the county, can we send state police the bill? And when do we get training from the Illinois State Police, since they know the best practices in death investigations? Because they know best practices. Illinois State Police should be in charge of all training going forward when they are going to set up seminars for training, get guest speakers, be in charge of IACO for training work with ABMDI for training that will help us meet the 24 hours needed yearly in Illinois for coroners and get credit for ABMDI certification. Keep track of who has completed what for credits, and we'll be waiting to hear from the state police when they are going to take over everything. And then down here at the bottom, it says, well, Governor Pritzker signed the Jelani Day bill into law, as we knew he would. Another family, here it is. Another family gets a bill named after their loved one. Another legislator gets a pat on the back for passing hurried, ineffectual legislation. And we coroners get punished by the media in spite of doing a great job. So is life in Illinois. Sorry, I just needed to vent for a minute. Are you kidding me? Like, what? This is your job, okay? And then down at the bottom it says, I have attached Public Act 1020869 for your reference and respectfully request the ICMEA Secretary Gessner forward the attachment to the did not list an effective date, so I assume it takes effect January 1st. But Brian Duffy will correct me if I'm wrong about the effective date. Best regards, Dwayne. I just don't understand. Like, how do you have the ability to complain about this? You're mad because they passed a bill in regards to this. I just don't understand. So this answers the questions that he was asking here. All right. See here. Has this case been peer reviewed? I presume not, Rich. Could you send me the investigative report, the autopsy report, the toxicology report, and any and all associated materials used by your office during the investigation to make the final conclusion? I am going to assemble a peer team of 10 to review this case. I keep seeing the words best practice thrown around by members of the ICMEA. If any of us think that this is the final step of the Illinois government trying to regulate or practice, we are wrong. This is just the beginning. I'm responsible for this organization, and we need to clean up some of the messes that exist. Yes, we have messes. Our board meeting should have been very eye-opening for all of us. I'm going to send out a second email to this one for another board meeting within the next 3 weeks. We will have an in-person and virtual option. I will be in touch. Okay, so anyway. Hold on a minute. Why is that so small? At the bottom down here again. You're right, Dwayne. After reading this, I see nothing that will make anything better. I would not be happy about this if I was in the state police or the FBI's administrations. We all do our jobs and we call in help when needed. Another straw man law. I don't understand how these people can act like this over these things. Okay, so this is the law they're talking about. The Missing Identification Act law was enacted in 2007, I guess. I don't know. Part of the law they were talking about. I hope the coroners realize that the Attached Illinois Persons Act that was sent around today has been law for many, many years. Coroners should have been following it all along. I have been following it as a coroner's forensic pathologist. The only addition, the Jelani Day bill, are the 2 underlined sentences to call the FBI. That is it. Those 2 additional lines are the Jelani Day bill. I hope Coroner Harwood realized that the Illinois Missing Persons Act has been law since before he was coroner, and all Illinois coroners should have been following it. I don't know what all the upset is about. It is one phone call to the FBI. That is the Jelani Day bill. 2 underlined sentences added to an existing bill. Okay, so basically they didn't follow protocol, okay, with this case, with the autopsies and stuff like this, the coroner, as well as I'm guessing the medical examiner. And that's what this was all about, okay? And this guy's getting upset because he's being attacked because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. I don't know. This whole thing is a mess. Scott from the training board. I don't have to read all this to you guys. You may not want to see or hear this, but sort of many missing persons are sent around yesterday in response. So they're basically stating that there needs to be training done to teach other coroners to do this because of this case. What they should have been doing the whole time, but if it was in effect from 2007, this should be just protocol regardless. Obviously, somebody's not doing what they're supposed to do. And they didn't get the FBI involved when they were supposed to. They should have had the FBI involved a long time before they did. So let's see here. Did you know FBI is only supposed to get involved if there was a crime committed? Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying is they should have known when they got this body brought to them initially that the FBI should have been contacted immediately. And it was so much longer after this happened that they got them involved. There's the problem, okay? So, and now again, like I said, there's a 2-year backlog on checking into. They're saying that the radio in the car can tell them certain things. Why is it 2 years they're waiting to find these things out? I've never heard of a 2-year backlog to be able to get information out of a piece of equipment that probably could take maybe a few hours, maybe. Come on. Get something on it, get it done, and move on with the information. That's all. They're claiming that he drowned. I understand, but then the second autopsy stating that there was more to it than that, Victoria. That's what I mean. So the first autopsy, I see what you're saying. The first autopsy, yes, I understand. Then the secondary autopsy was done not that there long after, and that's when they should have done this. They didn't. I don't know. Something is off. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm hoping to be able to speak with her. I don't want to harass her or bother her, but it's been some time now. So, and I'd like to see if there's anything like personally that she has had updated or anything new so that we can put it out there to go along with this. So, do you have anything to add or any questions or anything, Clue?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I'm just reading stuff on it.
Right.
I'm trying to get a better look at where the car and the wallet and stuff were found.
That's another thing, is it doesn't seem to me as if it would have been a robbery of any sort or a carjacking, because everything was left in the wallet. You know what I mean? If they were okay, if they're going to carjack him for the car, they wouldn't have found the car in the condition they did. If they were going to rob him after carjacking him, everything would not have been left in the wallet. This seems like a personal thing to me. More of a personal thing. Okay, I don't understand. It just doesn't make sense because it doesn't fit into the specific bracket crime brackets, if you know what I'm trying to say. So,
oh yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? It just doesn't match up. Like I said, if it was a robbery, it just wouldn't match up. Girlfriend. I don't know. I haven't run across anything about a girlfriend yet. I need to read more into this, but I didn't have that much time. Otherwise I would have read more into it. I gave you guys the best that I could with it for today, but I'm going to be going deeper into this when I get more, and I'm hoping to hopefully speak with his mom or one of his siblings would be great too. I do need to reach out to his brother, I think. I wonder if he got caught in a car with the wife and killed and disposed in the water. I mean, that's a good reach, but decent idea, L. Yeah, I agree. Same feelings, Jesse. It's a horrible thing. I could never imagine. Well, that's the first time I saw that they had anybody of interest at all was the guy that they were showing knocking on the door. That was new to me.
And they haven't given an update on that yet, that guy?
Nope. I've looked, could not find anything. Let me see something here. Let me see here. 1 second. No, see, that's all old stuff. There's nothing new. Nothing. 1 second here. It would be nice if they did. That just came out of nowhere too. They didn't give a name or anything about that guy. All right, here's the last bit of it. I'm going to give you guys the press conference on this and let you guys see and hear what all is said for this. And again, let me know how the audio is, please, if there's any problems.
It was murdered last Sunday in Missouri. Really broke Chicago Sun-Times. It's not covered. It's black. In Mateo case, murdered. The suspicion run high. The governor and Attorney General have not responded yet. The governor must be involved in this. The governor must be involved, and all those who care must be involved. We're going to keep Rainbow Push to take this case. Jonathan Jackson is the point person of this. Jonathan, here's your mother, John. Okay.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Jackson. I serve as the national spokesperson for the Rainbow Push Coalition. It's been 53 days with too many questions unanswered in a murder case. What do we want? We want justice for the Day family. Jelani Day was a medical student in grad school, an honor student, very well thought of in his community, and he went missing on August 24th. His mother will recount and give you those dates, but now it's been 53 days, and there's been a level of lack of professionalism amongst our state police force on resolving this investigation, conflicting autopsy reports. We've reached out to the Attorney General asking them to get involved because justice clearly has been dropped, broken, kicked, and they shall not be ignored. It's one of the most horrific cases of Rainbow Push we have ever heard of. Right here in central Illinois, we know the history of Peru County in Illinois, a sundown town, and this is a very vicious murder that has taken place. So we ask that you continue to pray with the Day family. It takes enormous strength for the grandmother and the mother and the brothers and sisters to be up here, and if you will, listen to their story, and we can ask that you help us join in the cause to fight for their justice. And many other missing persons. There are many other people that have missing person cases. This is just one, and we care about them all. But this has a horrific, gruesome murder to it, and this young man did not put himself in that river. And now for justice to have been delayed is meaning justice is being denied because they're saying now we can't find the film footage. Footage has been erased over. All this information had been thoroughly accumulated within 11 days in a time frame that you could gather all this video footage, and there's just been a recalcitrant coroner's office down there and sheriff's office and not bringing about equal justice. Please, Mrs. Day.
Hi, I'm Carmen Bolden Day. I'm Jelani's mother. I'm here because I need assistance from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I need answers. I don't know what happened to Jelani. My son is now deceased. He was murdered, and we want to find out what happened to Jelani. I know I'm not the first mother that has lost a child, but it's a difference when you lose your child and you know what happened to them and why you're bearing versus you don't have any idea or clue what happened to your child. First of all, you don't know where they were, and then you don't know what happened to them. I know that Jelani's car was found on August 26th in Peru, Illinois, which is 60 miles north of Bloomington, Illinois, where he was attending school at ISU. I know that when they found his car, there was no license plate on his car. I know that they found his wallet in an area. They found his lanyard in another area. His body, the body that they found, that they identified him, was found 1.5 miles away from where his car was found. The clothes that he had on were found 18 days after the body was found, 1.5 miles up the river. I know that the things that I asked of the Peru, Illinois.
See, this is what I don't get, is that everything was found like all over the place. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, do we know anything about that river? Like,
no, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. I don't know if anybody else does. I haven't had time, like I said, to look into that kind of stuff. I'm going to, but like that's 5 different places that things were found. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Does that seem? I mean, am I the only one that thinks that seems weird, or what? Am I over exaggerating it?
It depends on the river, right? Because like my dad had a friend that fell in to a waterway, and when they found him, the only thing he had on was his wedding ring, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, they found
it,
his clothes in one place, the car in one place, his wallet one place. What else did she say? Something else too, somewhere else. The lanyard that he wore for school somewhere else. But I mean, I guess they weren't all in the water though. The clothes were sitting on a river bank, like they had been placed there on purpose.
yeah, that's what I saw a picture of that, and they said that he allegedly walked down there
Mm-hmm.
and undressed himself. So
Which does that doesn't seem to make sense. You know what I'm saying? The kid had everything going for him. He's going because I know it seems like they were kind of sending that in a specific direction. You know what I mean?
outside of the injuries that you told me were there, right? I mean, to be fair, what was in that stuff that you went and smoked? You know what I mean?
That was going to be the next question. Was it normal? Was it something that you had an adverse effect on him? I don't know, but I don't know, and I want to know what the injuries were that came about from the second autopsy that they're claiming were indicative of something being done to him before he went in the water. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I can't get that report because it's still, from what I understand, it's still an open case, right?
Right.
So this is the hard part. That's why I want to talk to his mother so bad. Or one of the siblings. Anybody that's involved in this would be great, I think. To be able to understand those injuries, I think would tell us a lot. You know what I mean? If it was like knifing wounds or a gunshot or anything in that sense, you know what I mean? It's going to say, okay, that definitely says something. But if that's the case and the FBI is involved in this, would they or would they not be looking? Okay, here's my question. If the first autopsy comes back, this is why I wanted your opinion, Clue, because you're good at this kind of like picking apart these things. Okay. If the autopsy came back as drowning, period, why is the case still open?
Was there water in his lungs? Do we know?
No.
Not that I know of. From one of the articles I read, there wasn't any. That's not drowning, but they're claiming.
Why 3 autopsies?
Right? That's another question. Like, did the family get their own at some point? Okay.
Yes, they did.
But that still doesn't. I mean, I could see 2.
Right. I don't know.
Well, I think the third one was brought about because of the injuries that were derived from the second one. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of. I have to get into the deeper details of this. That's why I wanted everybody to see this, and that's why I kind of wanted to bring you into this a little bit too, Clue, because like I said, you pick apart the small details and you think of things that I don't ever. I'm just writing down questions myself that I have, like why 3 autopsies, things like that, because those are the things that these people here all claim that this man was murdered. Period.
And they know that he was alone in that store.
Yes, that was on video, and that's my question. Like I said earlier, was there anybody else in the car though in the parking lot? Is there video for that? I haven't seen it.
Or like someone following him.
Yes, thank you. In fact, let me write that down too. And there's not enough, even for a cold case. This is 3 years old now, a little bit more than that. There's no follow-up with this at all. And if the FBI is involved, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's like it's almost like, well, it's not the same, but it's like what I'm looking at right now. Actively missing Harley. Have you heard about him?
Who?
Harley Morris in Texas.
No, What's the last name spelled?
Morris.
Morris. No, no. Is that new?
Yeah, well, he went missing on the 21st. They have him on video. I have surveillance video of him leaving the bar, but I don't know. It's just weird. He was meeting, like he invited friends to his house. The friends showed up. He didn't.
Is this, did they find him in the river?
No, this guy's still missing.
Still missing. Okay. I thought, because I knew there was I had gotten an email about another body that they pulled out of that. Well, we covered that case
Lady Bird Lake.
Lady Bird Lake. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So there's another one. I'll look into that too. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I have a lot of questions with this. So if you guys decide, anybody in here decides to look at it, please do. I obviously don't have enough people to get an algorithm, so I'm going to go back to it. I'm hoping that somebody in the family gets back in touch with me and I can do an interview with them, and maybe they have something. Yes, another one, Heather. They have something more to add to this than what we've gotten from like media and stuff like that. So let me finish this up for you guys so you guys can get every detail out of this if you need it.
Illinois Police Department, the Bloomington, Illinois Police Department did not happen when I asked them to happen. The investigations that I asked them to do did not occur. Things that they were supposed to follow up on did not happen at all. So now we are here on day 53. They have now started back over to day 1. Things that they should have done when Jelani was first reported missing is just now happening now, which I find to me is to be very offensive, is a slap in my face. It just lets me know, like I told them before, my son is important. They disregarded everything about my child, and it's unacceptable. Nobody should have to go through what I have had to endure, what my children have had to endure, what my family has had to endure looking for Jelani. Jelani was somebody. He is somebody. And I need the Attorney General and I need the FBI to find answers about what happened to my child.
So far, there's been silence of the Attorney General has not said a thing. And the governor, we're going to challenge them to become very public. We pursued the Petito case.
Eddie Petito.
Petito. We're looking for the young man who did the killing, apparently. And this is the case, this is the Emmett Till case. Chicago Marcellus story. Question, Shana.
Am I the only one that can't understand what Jesse Jackson is saying?
No, I can't understand him.
Okay. I was just making sure, like, I know Jesse's getting old, but come on, dude. Like, I can hardly understand a word he's saying.
What was the toxicology on?
I don't know yet. I was actually gonna go and look that up next to see if there's any listing on it, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get anything because it's still open.
Yeah.
Are they gonna list that anywhere? I wouldn't think, and I still have a feeling. I get these feelings, and I've been right about some of them, but and I know, Clue, you said that you look at the cameras when you walk into a place. It almost looks like he was looking at that camera, like for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching on that, but it just seemed off to me a little bit. That's all. I feel so bad for this mother. Really, really bad.
I think that they have access to resources, to equipment, to things that the Bloomington Police and Peru Police does not have that can help find answers to what happened to my child. Yes. He had no reason to be in Peru. Somebody took him there. The last time I saw Jelani was a week before he went missing.
Is there anything like cell phone records or Facebook records where we may have tried to communicate with someone?
He was not active on social media. Jelani thought social media was garbage. He wasn't one of those 25-year-olds that liked social media. He just recently got on Facebook because his class had a Facebook page. So he was not very active on social media. His phone records, we have not found his phone. We've tried to get information from his phone records.
We know that his location was turned off in his phone. So I also am imploring Apple to assist us in any way that they can to help find anything that can help locate his phone, anything that can help locate the last calls that were made, incoming and outgoing. We need all that information because somebody knows something and they're not talking. So now we got to go through electronic information to find out what happened to my child.
Jelani was murdered. Remember, involved in the true social result in this movement. Yes. So you're the spokesman. Make it happen.
This press conference is from October 16th of 2021, by the way, and they did find his phone, but they were not able to get into the phone. I don't get that one. That one right there doesn't make no sense to me. The FBI is telling her they can't get into the phone.
Yeah, I don't. That sounds like a bunch of BS to me.
Why would that be? How did okay? I guess the talks did come out. Thank you, Mama Bear.
You're welcome.
You want to read it or you want me to?
It was
You
just
can.
it was just weed.
Yeah, caffeine, THC, which you knew he was smoking, and oh, wait a minute.
Tobacco.
Cotinine, no significant levels. Okay.
Well, if he was going to school to be a doctor, I mean, the
Yeah.
only reason I can think of him looking at the camera is like,
maybe you shouldn't be in there.
right. Now,
But
weed was legal there,
yeah,
but
still, if you're trying to be a doctor,
right.
it might not look good to people. I get it. That makes sense. This is why I ask you these questions, because you think about things like that I would be like, you know what I mean? I'm not as quick to think on those. It takes me about a month to get to that point. No significant levels. Okay. All right, let me finish. How much more of this? It's almost done.
I'm just curious, do they know if he went there before?
Fists together, I am.
What do you mean? Did who know
Like,
that?
was he a regular at that store? Had the person seen him before? Like,
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, because what if that was the first time he'd ever been there? Why? And why was he there? And then
right,
especially
like if it wasn't something he normally did,
right. Yeah. And he only got one joint. Don't people usually go to these dispensaries for like an amount that they're gonna have for a while?
I would think so. I mean, legally, there
yeah,
you can have 30 grams, right?
Yeah.
So,
what were you gonna say, Bear?
I was like, you would think. Why would you want to just go to the dispensary to get one joint and then?
I mean, does anybody do that goes to these places?
I mean, it could be a way to control yourself, right? Because if you have more, you'll smoke more.
Yeah, and it sounds like, okay, if you take that into effect, he got one joint as if to smoke it to calm himself down for something or to numb himself for some reason, and then he disappears.
Well, like my brother, he's ADHD and he feels that he has more control with marijuana than he does with prescription drugs.
Okay. Does anybody know in Illinois what the laws are or is about the
Yeah,
amount?
you can have up to 30 grams.
30 grams. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was for them too. Gotcha. So that's a gram a day, basically, right?
Right.
Okay.
And I mean, if it's something he only does like every now and then.
Was there something that stressed him out that day that he needed to go do that? Did it have anything to do with him sitting on the bench?
I'd also, yeah, because I mean, he could not be used to it, right? Like,
yes, exactly.
I'd also want to know where he lived. Like,
Well,
obviously, it's summer. Is he still in school? Is he living at the fraternity? Is he?
He lived in those apartments in that first video. Were you in here for the first video or no?
Maybe.
They look like the same type of apartments that Koberger lived in.
Okay.
On like around campus for Illinois, because he was a Illinois college student. Yeah, those types of apartments he looked like. She said that the mother said she went into the apartment after the fact and there was his clothes thrown on the floor like he did. She said that's normal for him, as if he changed. But he was dressed in like kind of dress pants and a polo shirt. earlier in the day, he went in that building. He stopped and talked to two people. They went in together. They came back out of the building. He sat down. He came back out of the building. He sat on the bench, did some texting or whatever. Then he left, went home, changed into that t-shirt, shorts, and those, the tennis shoes, obviously. And then he went off to what he was doing.
It sounds like he was going to meet someone.
That's what I thought too. Yep. That's my thought. But he stops at the dispensary first. So he was either needing to break the nerve for whatever he was going to do. And I don't know anything about a girlfriend. That's the other thing. I have not seen that.
That's who he could have been going to meet and maybe smoked before to like woosah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. If there was something going on with that. But there's not been any story that I can read, see, or hear about that a girlfriend spoke about anything. Step forward. I would imagine that she would be right there with the family being upset because he's gone, right or wrong. Unless he's not. I don't know.
I think the weirdest part is the location of his car because I'd like to know what they did testing on it. Like somebody had to drive it up in there.
And
Because I mean, could you imagine like even if you're going to meet someone, what do you say? Get to the parking lot, drive 50 feet off into the woods, and you'll see me standing there. That's no.
Yeah, that's what doesn't make sense. Okay, so it was here. I'll share this with you too. Let's see here. Jelani's car was in Peru, which is, they said it was, that his mother said he had no reason to be there, and it was a pretty decent distance from where he was supposed to be. 60 miles north of the campus that he was on. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
First off, this is a grown ass man doing grown stuff. How do you know he didn't have a reason to be there? Number two,
I'm just basing it on what she said. Sorry.
I know. Number two, where he was supposed to be, where was he supposed to be?
Well, again, I guess his mother expected him to be at home based on what she said in the beginning.
Well, I'm just curious if she has found out that they had he had some sort of activity set up or so, you know what I mean? Like if he was supposed to be somewhere and didn't show up at that place. Someone said, Robert said he had an appointment meeting that day.
Later that day. Okay. Yeah, that's true. There was something he had. I can't remember for the life of me what it was that he was supposed to meet for something later that afternoon. Oh my God. Last Disney, August 24th. Yeah, that's a good question too. How often did he go to this dispensary?
You're welcome.
Yeah, so this is why I talk to you about these things. His car was found an hour north in Peru, Illinois, 2 days later. How'd they find the car, I wonder? GPS?
That's what I was saying about the tag, right? Because they have those scanners. Like,
yeah,
I've told the story before. Like, I was not the best at making the payment on my vehicle, and
I got you.
I had the garage door halfway open. Okay, not even all the way open. It was halfway open. This dude drove down the road. It was a cul-de-sac or whatever. Turns around and then pulls in the drive, and he's like, I have a repo order for your car. And I'm like, if you can pull it out the driveway without damaging, or the garage without damaging it, you can have it. He couldn't, so it stayed. But he beamed laser at the house and caught the plate. That's why I was like, well, maybe if they didn't want the car found through the tag, you know what I mean? Because if they're searching, they don't have to be very close to it at all to see the car. But
that makes sense. Yeah. Vicky, I don't, because If somebody's gonna carjack you, just even to go a short distance, they're gonna rob you too, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It almost seems like though it had to be moved because why is the wallet so far away from the car? It's almost like somebody had to drive the car.
Like they brought it back there, maybe
Possibly.
from somewhere else. But
Right.
that's what I was saying is how it bugged
How
me
far
how
was he found from the car?
I saw a picture and it's a terrible picture. Don't really explain,
Mhm.
but it's if you look at just the like I wish they would have zoomed in on the map is all I'm saying because it's not very
Okay.
it's more like a video. I'm trying to find it.
No, fine, take your time. How far was he found from the car? Is that what you said, Mama Bear?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they said a mile away. A mile upriver. That's what I thought I heard her say. Wallet was missing, his cash and credit cards and wallet was thrown out. Right.
But they were in the wallet.
Or are you saying wait, his wallet was missing, his veracity cards, and his money was so the stuff was taken out of the wallet.
Oh, well.
I must have misheard that in that video then. I'm sorry. Okay, so that makes a little bit of sense, but there was no I did hear the mom clearly say that there was no activity on the credit cards or anything like that. So thank you, Victoria. I misheard what they said with that one then.
That's what I was saying. Do they know how he paid at the dispensary? Because if it looked like he had a lot of cash on him.
That could have been a robbery. And they could have followed him from there if somebody else saw him.
Right.
Yeah, I see your point on that. I don't know that for a fact. That's a good one. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point.
It almost looks like he's not used to going to this place. I don't know. It's a weird setup if you look at the whole picture of the dispensary.
Yeah, right.
Like it's
Maybe that's part of the reason why he's looking at the camera.
yeah, because I mean, if you look at the whole picture of it, the way the place is here. Let me see. Can I share this?
Yeah, go ahead. Anything you want to. This is just about the private autopsy report. I thought I would pull that up real quick. And was found off the interstate closer to Bloomington, right? But how long after that? Do you remember how long after that was, Tomboy? Because I thought it was a while afterwards that they found the phone.
All right, I dropped it in there. Who that?
Yeah, he looks a little nervous.
Yeah, he does. He looks uncomfortable.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and he's talking to his, I'm guessing she works there.
That's the intake. Yeah, you have to do
He's
that.
looking at the camera like, oh my God, is my mom going to see me do this?
Was this during COVID?
It looks like he has a mask. It would be 2020, right? Or 21. When did 21?
Yeah.
Well, she's got a mask on.
So she could have been scanning. That could be because that's how they scan people to check for temperatures to make sure that they're not sick.
That is a big ass thermometer. I think she's scanning his ID.
Or maybe that's what that is, but I just noticed that he's got a mask in his hand and she's wearing one, so I didn't know at 2021 if they were like, you know what I mean? I know some places around here you had to be checked before you could go into certain businesses.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been in one. I don't know how they do, but
not just I didn't mean dispensaries, but like everything else around
no,
here.
I know. I'm just talking about this girl standing outside. Like, is it like an intake situation?
That's how when COVID was heavy, that's how you would go to the doctors. They would stop you in the parking lot and come to your car. It was kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The phone was found 6 weeks after on that freeway. And they're still saying that they couldn't get into it. That's crazy. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Who just said that? Tomboy said that doesn't look like him.
I thought the same thing.
And I was getting ready to ask, does anybody else think that? Because I can't really tell. Okay, this is the
Oh my
time.
God.
Here we go. Here's the timeline for you guys. Thank you, Mama Bear. She must be chasing her dog.
I think that's probably him.
You think? Okay. So 7:20 a.m. Tuesday, August 24th, he's spotted in the security camera footage at ISU's Bone Student Center in Normal. He's wearing that blue button down with the black pants and the blue mask. 9:12, he's spotted in security footage at the dispensary. Blue Detroit Lions hat, black t-shirt, Jimi Hendrix band shirt, white silver shorts, black shoes with white soles, Days white Chrysler 300 is in the parking lot outside. Wednesday, October 25th, he's reported missing. So there's nothing else in that time period then. 26th. Okay, so he was reported missing the 25th. His car was found the 26th. Okay.
I think that's him. I'm looking at other pictures, like, feel crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Kill this dog.
So the dog was doing something. State police collect DNA from Jelani's family. The 6th, 23rd, the body was found. They announced the body was found. Forensic dental identification and DNA testing for comparison. Press conference. The only law enforcement press conference ever conducted in the case. They posted a surveillance video on Facebook, apparently showing a black man approaching a residence and saying it was related to an ongoing investigation. But Facebook post did not specify whether the video was related to days. That's what I'm saying. They put that video out of that guy going to the doors. Why in the hell would anybody think that he had anything to do with that? Unless they have something, they know something that nobody else knows.
Yeah, like, why is he a person of interest?
Right. That's all they said to you. They didn't tell you nothing else.
Well, it almost seems like they know that, like someone had commented, people will carjack a car to go a short distance. Like, it's almost like maybe they needed a ride. The guy was knocking on doors. They think maybe he did something to him in order to take his car, but it seems like he'd go more than an hour away.
I would imagine. I would imagine too. LaSalle County Sheriff's on the 27th identifies itself as the immediate point of contact for the case. Sheriff's Office says a collaborative multi-jurisdictional unit is investigating. That includes the Sheriff's Office, State Police, Peru Police, LaSalle Police, the Bloomington Police, and the FBI's Behavior Analysis Unit. Okay, that's a lot. 29th, the town of Normal removes a painting of Jelani placed at a makeshift display site near the Uptown mural. The town says it's working with ISU to explore options for sharing it on campus. The 29th, person in Facebook surveillance video is not now they're saying that the person in the Facebook surveillance video is not a suspect or any longer a person of interest. Okay, that was just 2 days later. The 4th, local demonstrators marched to Normal City Hall to raise concerns about the removal of the Jelani tribute in Uptown Normal. The October 7th, ISU community joins Jelani's family for celebration of life at Redbird. Okay. October 13th, the LaSalle County Sheriff's Office issues a rare public statement about the statue of the status, sorry, of the investigation. They say investigators are reviewing hundreds of hours of security video and had conducted another search of the Illinois River, which did not yield anything. Hundreds of hours of security video. What's secure for where? I wonder. That's interesting. There's the toxicology report right there. Okay. October 19th, Jelani's buried in Danville. His burial is attended by Reverend Jesse Jackson. Okay. Calls Jelani's death a murder, and it smells like another Emmett Till case. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that case, but
Yeah.
The Pantograph reports that the Peru police chief says the FBI has been asked to, but has declined to take over the lead in the investigation of Jelani's death. Okay. The LaSalle County coroner says the cause of Jelani's death was drowning on October 25th. With no evidence of other trauma before his death, authorities still don't know how he ended up in the river. Okay, Jackson's Rainbow Push Coalition. Okay, I got you. October 27th. The LaSalle County coroner released a more detailed autopsy report from a forensic pathologist, and it says there's no evidence of assault or altercation on the body, and further demystifies several long-standing rumors in the case. Okay, November 11th. Confirmed that Day's cell has been located. Adam Diss said the phone is being sent to the FBI for further forensic analysis. Prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump holds a press conference to announce he will assist Family Day, and that's December 3rd, and that's it. I'm a little bit interested in the whole cell phone thing. I mean, what are the odds that this guy is just going to be this guy's driving down the freeway and just decides to stop in that specific area to tighten down his load, finds the phone, and here we are, and he turns it into somebody.
No, I'm with you on that. Like it almost is indicative of someone like throwing it out
Thank
the
you.
window.
Thank you. Because I listen, I've seen broken cell phones laying on the road or in the grass, in the garden. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to stop and pick it up. Just that was way, way, way too coincidental to me. Sorry.
Tomboy, I'd have to know. I'd have to know about the teeth, because if they ID'd him with a dental ID, he had to have some of his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Or does it say that, Dago, you know about that, his teeth were missing, like all of them?
I don't think it was all of them. I have to get that detail to get the complete detail on it, and I will.
I saw something that said that
There was something somewhere that stated that like a part of his jawbone was missing, and I was like, wait, what? And I don't know if that was before or after an autopsy. So I have to clarify that, you guys.
I mean, to be fair, like I can't, like I really want to know what river this was, but
The Illinois River.
if you're dragged under, I mean, there's rocks, trees, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna suffer some damage.
Well,
if it's moving, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I knew that's what you meant earlier. And like with the eyeballs and missing and different things, like there's turtles, there's fish, there's other wildlife, depending on the time, the amount of time that he was in that water, and how far and how fast that river moves. You know, that's what can happen. Go ahead.
And it's summer, August, so everything is active in the water.
Right.
It's not like I know fish don't hibernate. I know I sound like an idiot right now, but I'm just saying things slow down when it's cold, but it's hot, right?
Yeah, no, I understand completely. Let me see something here.
So Michael said it's a fast moving river. And I mean, water is like the deadliest thing out there. You know what I mean? And it will throw you around.
Absolutely.
So
that's why you see people being killed when they go whitewater rafting in some senses, because there's rocks, big rocks.
Okay, so in his car in the trunk, they found his journal, a blunt, and the Tennessee license plate.
Okay, they found the blunt in the trunk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I missed that. There you go, clue.
a Tennessee license plate?
Yeah.
This is Chicago. Or this
Yeah.
is Illinois. Why?
No fingerprints on the license plate? Well, maybe not.
Mm-mm.
And his wallet
That's
was found in LaSalle,
so.
in a straight line north of the car. His ISU lanyard was found September 4th along US 6.
Like people were driving and throwing things out the window as they went. Sounds like.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Let me see something here. River City, Peru.
And the phone was discovered off of Interstate 55.
The Tennessee license plate got me. I never knew that. That's a little strange. It makes sense to put the blunt in the back. It's usually the law that it has to be locked in the glove box or the trunk. Oh.
That's what I was wondering. If it's like alcohol, you can't be in reach of it.
Yeah, yeah. See, I don't know laws about that because I don't really mess with that too much, but okay, we don't need the music, but this is the area.
Oh, I can't see.
And again, like I said, the music is not anything we need, but scenic drive over the Illinois River in Peru. Illinois, okay. Oh, I got this thing cruising. Hold on, sorry. I'm like, what is this dude going so fast for? Sorry about that. There we go. All right.
Do we know what kind of car he had?
It's actually still driving pretty quick. So yeah, you're probably right.
And please don't tell me a white Elantra.
It was a white Chrysler 300, I think.
300. Yeah, it was. Never fails.
Right?
So it looks like there's a lot of wooded areas around here too. I think I remember seeing that bridge in one of those videos. It reminds me of Cincinnati Bridge that I don't like.
Good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I'm good.
The only difference with this one and the Cincinnati one is the bottom is metal too. That ain't no. I don't like it. Where's the scenic part of this? We're supposed to look at the river. What the shit?
I mean, that's a great wide river if he is driving across it.
Yeah, I mean, look at the area around here. That's a nice thumb.
Right.
LaSalle, okay. So it's almost like it's right off the freeway.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like 251. There's another bridge. Oh, shit. It's a big river. Damn. It must be there must be a split somewhere where it's split in half. It's Illinois.
I think they're cheaper than here, Doodlebug.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just the little podunk town I go to over there. It's cheaper.
What are we talking about?
Oh yeah, it is. So it is split. It's like those. It's weird. Like those bridges are like. Hold on.
There it is.
Oh, you got it.
That's the river.
Yeah, but right beside of that,
Uh-huh.
almost like parallel. Well,
Right over here.
it forms like a
Like an
maybe.
incoat.
Well, no, it's like an angle. Like, hold on.
I see
Speaking
water over this way.
here, look at this one.
Separated. Okay.
See?
Oh,
One,
yeah, okay. That's a big ass river too.
right?
I was thinking river, like I'm thinking that like what I have, the little Mahoning River around here. It's like a stream compared to this.
Say, I
Yeah,
wonder
see, it's like
if like Kaskaskia River in
Yeah.
Illinois
Yeah.
doesn't blend in with that too, because it's a big one.
So this river being as big as it is, with this, there's probably barges and I mean
boats. Like, there's one right there in the water.
big garbage barges and stuff like that probably float down through here is what I'm saying. So that could be like the Ohio River here. That's what we have around here, and the water can hell like these big boats don't see things all the time in the water. If you know what I'm saying, that could have damaged the body in that way too.
No, and it's like, especially if it had started coming to the top, right? Like,
The bloating brings the body up to the absolutely, absolutely. We'd seen him sooner unless he was
what?
stuck. That's true too, Heather. I get it. Mikey, oh, we're talking about a dog.
Hold on a minute.
If he had any security footage of the parking lot, the dispensary to look on his face. That's what I'd like to see. AG is I want to see the parking lot security footage.
There's crocodiles too.
Well, I'm surprised they found anything. I'll be
Like,
honest.
I'm not kidding. I'm looking at this thing that says Asian carp problem in Illinois River to be solved by adding crocodiles followed by killer whales.
In Illinois?
I mean, unless this is a joke.
What the hell?
But it's from like a,
Thank you, Zelda.
like, I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. It's from a news,
I believe you.
the Chicago Genius Herald. I don't know if that.
Somebody's not a genius then.
What the hell? That's a damn shamu.
Right. It says an invasive Asian carp species spread.
Oh yeah. Carp
So
is
they brought in the whales to eat the carp to lessen the population. I get it. And crocodiles. That's
Heather, whales aren't freshwater.
yeah, they're not though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well,
How-
they said yeah, they did say killer whales. I don't know. It could be a joke, but
I mean, the Asian carp are a huge problem in Illinois, for sure.
How the hell is a whale going to survive in fresh water though?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think even as deep as the river would be to us, it wouldn't be deep enough for a whale.
I wouldn't think. That's weird. Sorry. I wonder.
Another article I just read said the jaw was removed to assist with identification and that all parts of the body were returned to the family.
Okay, there you go with the jaw thing. Thank you. Good afternoon, Michelle. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well too. I wonder if there is any. Is this Jelani leaving to be on? Oh, that's a good point. Let me see.
Right, Mikey? I mean, I have heard that there are some, and I don't know where, but where some of the ocean and freshwater meet and they mix, but I can't see that being in Illinois though. Yeah, Victoria, I'm agreeing with you. I was born in Illinois and I don't remember hearing or seeing any crocs. Because, I
It
mean, where
has
would
to
you?
be a joke. That has to be. They said they're gonna bring them in.
Yeah,
Like it
because it
has
gets,
to be a joke.
yeah, because it's too cold for them to survive. There's nowhere for them to hibernate or whatever. They hibernate? I think they do.
Wait a second. Clue, that footage that you had with him coming into the dispensary, he had a hat on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Light blue.
I think so. Let me look. Yeah,
I
it's the
think,
same outfit.
Okay, because they're oh yeah, there it is. I see it now.
yeah, it's like a, can't remember what team they said
This
it
is what
was.
I'm saying though. The way he's looking at the camera, guys, does that look like well, maybe it's because he's standing there talking to her. I don't know. It just seems like he's centered in on the camera for a longer period of time than he probably should have. And I
I
cannot
didn't
find
think they did, Victoria. Thanks.
Also, I will say this: if he's in school to be a doctor, he could just be a super observant person, right? Like
I
you
agree.
kind of train yourself to like
Yeah.
look at your surroundings. So I mean, that isn't totally weird to me. Like it's something I would do. Like I would totally be, especially if the lady's waiting on something to come back from his
Looking
ID
around.
or yeah,
Yeah,
like
you're looking around, you notice that, so you stare at it for a minute. I get it. Yeah.
and I mean we don't even know how long he looked at it, right? Like it
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't want to sit there and stare at her and it looks like a pretty empty waiting room or whatever it is.
Wait, is there a tributary to the Great Lakes off that lake? I don't know. Oh, wait, now here we go. Okay, so that's him going from the car into the dispensary.
Like the only car there.
It is too. I didn't see anything look like anybody was in that car. Doesn't it's hard to tell, but it doesn't look like it. Literally the only car there. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I was getting ready to see if I could do that, AG. Let me see something here.
That's a good point that they might make you take your mask off and look up at the camera.
Uh-huh. Just to identify who you are, right? In case they
Okay.
were to be a robbery or something. I don't think I can zoom this anymore. I don't
It's his car though.
it is, but I was just looking to see if I could zoom it in to see if you can see another head or heads or multiple people or anything, and I don't. So
It's cut off.
Yeah, there's the titling goes through it. If there's a way to do it, I don't know what to do with that.
I mean, I can do that, but
I was just thinking of how. But
if you give me the link, I can do it to the video.
yeah, hold on a second here. One second.
So somebody that wrote on Reddit that lives in the area where he was found said that the days that he was missing until the body was found in the river, they had consistent humidity and 85 to 99-degree weather. It was really dry, hot, and horribly humid.
There's a link in the back chat, Clue. The one
I
I
saw
just
it.
put in. Okay, I didn't know. Sorry. Thank you. See if that works.
I'd like to know if that dent on his car was there.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't take me to that video.
It didn't?
Mm-mm.
Hold on.
She's like, you know what? You're not allowed back in the store.
Hold. Now this is strange because this says this was originally uploaded on my other channel in 2021. Is this real footage of Jelani leaving the dispensary, or is it fake?
I found it.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know that you'll be able to see in the car though, because it really does look like it's cut off.
Yeah, it
too
does.
far down to see like anything in the car. Let me see.
Oh, wow, that just went way up. Oh, this dog.
Is he driving you nuts again? Not that I know of, AG, but I'm guessing that they have some that they're looking at.
Oh, it looks empty.
That's kind of what I thought, but I couldn't
So
tell.
he
that I-
was in the water for almost a month. He was last seen on August 24th, and they found him on September 23rd. Is that right?
I think so. They find his car a few days later.
He would have went more than a mile in that river.
Here you go, Dago. I shared that with you.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody else is in there. Good job.
Unless they're over here, but
I doubt so.
I don't think so.
You'd be able to see. So he was by himself, at least at that point. That's good. Oh, you found more video.
Me?
Yeah. Or that's
No,
part of that?
that's my guy. That's the missing guy.
Oh, gotcha.
That's Harley.
Okay. Cool. I'll be looking at that too. Interesting. All right, guys. Well, I mean, we at least got the nails dug into this. Hey, Foxy Lady, good to see you. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm hoping to get some kind of contact back from a relative, to get something more out of this. I'm sorry I couldn't give you any more detailed stuff than I could, but that's really all I could find at that point. And in plus, I didn't have much time to get into more, but I will. Okay, so wait. That's where it was. Okay, so the body was found less than a mile from the location of the car, alongside the south bank of the Illinois River, east of the 251 bridge. So that was the second bridge that we looked at when we were watching that video.
Mhm.
So it was east of that bridge, just east of the bridge.
Only a mile in almost a month?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's as bad as the Nicola Bully thing.
Right?
Interesting.
And even if it was a dry, humid,
Yeah, I agree.
hot time, it's a big enough river that it's still going to be moving pretty good. It's going to go more than a mile in a month.
What do you got going on, Tomboy? Is it you're reading about another guy from the same county, William Young, who has some weird circumstances too? Lord, in the same area in Illinois. Guys, if you have not done this, thank you, Zelda. But at least check out Cluminati's channel. Show a little bit of love. Subscribe if you haven't. You will not be disappointed, especially if you watch the newest video she put up that has me in it. You'll definitely get a kick out of that one.
That's what I was
take
gonna
care.
say. Them saying that it's like a 2-year wait, like that don't surprise me. I don't. Maybe it's just me, but it's like she just found another person. It's like people go missing all the time. Like they are probably inundated with work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That
It
I
doesn't make it right. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, hey,
It just
calm
seems like
down.
they're looking for the radio. The radio will give them specific information about his whereabouts and different times and stuff like that. But for it to sit on the shelf for 2 years before they can even look into it kind of seemed a little rough to me.
Well, in my opinion, they probably do it by like
The case number.
well, yeah, like if there's someone who's actively missing, they find their card, they would probably go to like the top of the list, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants to catch the person responsible, but it's like if you can find someone who's missing right now, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They probably work it on a like severity basis. I get that. Not that any one person is less important than the other, but
No, I agree with you. I get that. And before
he wasn't wearing one in that surveillance video. He didn't have no Apple Watch on.
Didn't look like it, at least. I do agree with that. What was I gonna say? One second here. Let me try something else before we do. There too.
I mean, I have an Apple Watch and I only wear it at night. just in case there's a sinkhole, I can still call 911. That's not a joke. I'm deathly afraid of sinkholes. Like,
That's interesting.
but I never, like, I don't wear it all day. And then at nighttime, I'm like, where's my watch?
Right.
So, what if a sinkhole opens during the day?
Jesus Christ.
I guess your watch would still call 911, wouldn't it?
Now you got her all
No,
paranoid.
but it's like, yeah, like now I'm like, dang, about to have to wear this thing all the time.
Doesn't just do it at night.
You just would see it better, that's all. So
Yeah.
real quick, Clue, give me some real quick info. So I got Harley Morris, and he went missing on the 21st of January, right?
Yeah, I hear. And watch this video too, since I got you.
All right, I'll throw that up real quick, and then because that's another one I'm going to jump into too. Not today, but we'll be bringing it back to you, or I'll be bringing it back to you guys.
It's just weird, right?
Okay.
And just pay attention to the things around him. So, like right here is a dude that's walked out a little before him, and he walks on this way, and then this car backs out, and he almost stops to me and looks like he's looking to the left, like he wants to get in that car. You'll see what I mean.
Yep. Is this the guy walking out that's missing?
Yeah, that's him. He's got long blonde hair. He's 6'2".
6'2", long blonde hair. Okay.
And you'll see, like, he looks like he might be a little intoxicated. I don't know.
He kind of stumbling around a little bit. Is he talking to somebody with his hand? Looks like he was just talking to that other guy. Back that up again. Look. Or no, he's messing with his hat. Okay.
Yeah, he's like readjusting his hat or whatever.
He does look like he's swaying a little bit. I saw that.
See, that guy walks on, and then this person's backing out. And watch him. He like stops and turn, or like he's turning that way, right? So, but hold on, and I'll get you the like.
Yeah.
He was.
That's what I thought at first, Boxy, that he was waving at somebody first, and then it looked. I seen his hat turn around. So,
What's his first name?
Harley.
Harley, Harley, Morris, with two R's.
And this is 3 a.m. on that video, right?
It said January 21st, 3 a.m. I could see that with my glasses, but.
And he was leaving the 50 Grand Club. It's in Tyler, Texas. Not familiar with the area, no cell phone. But he was left by a group of quote unquote friends.
Okay. Where is this?
It said at 1 o'clock, 50 Grand Club. It's in Tyler, Texas.
Thank you, dear. Tyler. Okay.
But at 1 a.m., he called his dad from someone's cell phone, said he was getting a ride from the club and had friends meeting him at the house. The friend showed up, but he didn't.
Aha. Got you. So they weren't his friends then. Well, at least the ones that showed up at the house.
Right. Because they say the word, like, in quotations, like friends. I was trying to find the StreamYard because I could share this poster, but I only have 12 million tabs open.
Yeah, I do that too.
Said he was meeting friends. His friends showed up, but he didn't.
Well, yeah, he invited friends back to the house.
Okay.
Here we go. There, I dropped that in there. So that's him.
Gotcha. 160 pounds. Black hat. Gray hoodie and black pants. Okay.
I'd be curious to know who he's talking to in this because this is the opposite, looking the opposite way.
Is this the same day?
It looks like it.
Texas College.
Well, I think it was nighttime though. And
I
the
mean,
other.
this is nighttime. I think it's just a light on
Gotcha.
the parking lot,
Yep, that makes sense.
but it looks like he's looking at the door in this view.
It
Right.
is, the look on his face is a little
Weird, right? Like,
a little strange.
Excuse me?
but I
Like-
mean, when I pause you, sometimes the look on your face is a little strange.
Right.
So I can't, depends on what.
This is true. This is true. You have some interesting looks. That I will say.
Yeah, Victoria, I guess he had invited, I guess, some friends, quote unquote. I guess it's weird that they say he's not familiar with the area, but he would invite people from there over to the house. I don't know, but they wound up showing up to the house. He never made it. So
Okay, so was the guy that he was following the guy that was going to give him a ride?
I have
Well,
no idea.
The guy that it looked like he was following, maybe.
And that's what I thought, that, maybe they
Yeah.
went like into the parking lot to
Do something. Yeah, I got you.
right. But it almost looks like he's turning after like when it's zoomed up, you can see him turning like towards the car. He's either going to wait because they're backing out and about to pass him,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe he was going to get into that vehicle. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And there was no kind of altercation in the bar that night with him and anybody else?
Not that they have said.
Interesting. Okay.
They think that he may have gotten a ride and was like left or something. I don't know.
Okay. Or maybe he was out of it or acting a certain way and they said, yeah, forget this dude, and left him somewhere. I got you. And he has not been seen. They haven't found anything yet at this point. Like no body, no nothing, right?
Not the last I looked, no.
Again, there's a link for Miss Cluminati's channel for those of you that don't have it. Guys, please make sure you hit the like button before you leave today. I appreciate that very much.
Okay. So yeah, it says he was not familiar with the area. He did not have a cell phone because he used another phone, someone's phone, to call his dad at 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
He did not have a cell phone on his possession and was left by a group of quote unquote friends. We believe he started walking, but may have gotten a ride.
Did it say why the friends left him there?
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Michelle said that's what I think. He got into the car backing up. Okay.
That's what it looked like to me too. Like he was prepping to like get in that car, or he was waiting for them to go across so he didn't get hit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird, the guy walking out before him. But then again, there's also a car leaving. So it seems like maybe those are the friends. Like they all left together.
They left ahead of him and left him there, and then they were okay. Maybe he was going to. Maybe. I mean, I hate saying these things and making assumptions, but maybe he was going with somebody he met at the bar to pick something up to take home.
Possibly.
Meet with their friends with, and it's nobody he knew, and maybe he got robbed, and
yeah,
you know what I mean. You know what happens in those senses. It sounds. I mean, I've heard of that happening before. I'm really It's strange that he doesn't have a phone. That's very odd nowadays.
Right? I thought the same thing. I was like, who doesn't have like, well, other than fiance, who doesn't have a phone?
He doesn't have a cell phone?
Who, fiance?
Yeah.
No, he refuses to have one. He's like, anything I can do on yours. I don't need a phone.
All right, Jesse Ventura. He refuses to have a phone too. He said he will never own a cell phone.
Yeah, I mean, he's like dead set on that too. So
what if you're somewhere
Texas
and you're
EquiSearch is
do
getting
what?
involved.
What if?
Texas EquiSearch is getting involved.
Yeah. Did you say what if he's somewhere and I'm not?
Sorry, I answered my own question. That's why I didn't finish it.
Yeah, we don't.
I know.
Occasionally, I'll leave and me and the daughter, like I'll take her to school or something. But I mean, he does have a work phone, right? But
You guys have a landline phone in the house? You're a different breed, Cletus.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Anytime, brother.
Yeah, like I think I got him a phone a few like a year or so ago, and he was like, he never paid the bill. He just turned it off. He's like, I don't even need it. Everyone has my number, so
My dad won't. My dad has a flip phone. That's as far as he'll go. He won't get a new phone. He had it once. He threw it at my mother and said, "Throw it in the garbage."
I just don't do the social media and the games and stuff like that. So it's I see absolutely no point in it for me.
That's what my dad said to him. Well, that he didn't know how to use it. He barely knows how to use a flip phone. So
yeah, he doesn't have Facebook, TikTok, nothing. Probably the last thing he had was get this like a MySpace. Okay, that's.
That's it. So, real quick on this other case, the Jalen Day or Jelani Day, sorry. According to the Murder Squad podcast, the school advisor immediately called campus police, who immediately started looking for him just because he didn't show up to a meeting. There is something very odd about that. My school advisor in college would not have done that.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was going to say that if I had flaked on a meeting. It makes me wonder if he had spoken of suicide.
Like, these are grown people. Like, it's not like we had
they don't need babies.
Right. We had a lady that, God knows, if our kids were like 7 minutes late to school, the phone was ringing. Where are they? Are they coming?
Yeah, right.
But they were in like elementary school, right? So college, like unless he and this advisor were, I'd like to know what the meeting was for. Was it like a alleged Koberger situation where he was in trouble and he had to stay in these meetings to stay on track?
Yeah, right. He's in advanced program, not undergrad. He did show up in formal attire for the meeting, but did not have the meeting. He then changed into casual wear in the. Oh, okay. Here we go. So the meeting was the video they showed of him in the beginning, stopping and talking to two people walking inside. He goes in and he comes back out and sits on the bench and he's on the phone for a few minutes. He then changed into casual wear in the morning and went to the cannabis dispensary. Nothing after that until the car is found. He was a responsible young man. He was a responsible young man who was very excited about getting into this particular program. So everything is just weird.
So he blew off the meeting?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. He went in but never went to the meeting. He spoke to two people on the way in the door, stopped and talked to them. They all went in together. He came out alone, sat on the bench, spoke or did something with his phone for a while, and then he goes home, changes his clothes into casual wear, goes to the dispensary, gets what he gets, and then he's gone. So it makes me wonder.
Yeah, like I feel like he had something going on other than like it's something going on in the background.
Right. Well, if the meeting, no, I don't know about the meeting being canceled, Albarico, because they said he didn't show up for the meeting. They were there waiting for him. Huh.
Yeah, but to leave, right, and not go to it, something obviously was a little more important.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder who or what. I agree, Heather. Beyond madness. I don't know.
All right, well, I'm gonna jump down, Dago.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut her down. We've been on here
All
for almost 4 hours. So thank you for jumping up, Clue. I appreciate your input. And I'll be looking into this other Morris case as well. If you come up with anything else in this one by chance, let me know. I will be
right.
getting back to it for sure. Are
Okay.
you doing anything tonight that you want to let anybody know about?
I have no idea. You know we don't plan.
Yes, I know. Okay. All right.
Bye,
Well,
everybody.
bye, Clue.
Bye.
Talk to you guys later. Mama Bear, it was a nice surprise having you up here today. I appreciate you.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard about that, Heather. Does anybody, if nobody else has any more questions or issues with this case or anything you wanted to talk about, like I said, I think I'm going to shut her down for this part of today. And I don't know what's going on tonight, but you'll know when I know. I appreciate you guys being here for this. I appreciate your input. If you guys see or hear anything about it, let me know. Do me a favor, folks. Don't change a thing about yourselves because you are the beautiful people. Don't forget to love yourselves and each other because it's very important, folks. I will see you guys so very soon. And Mama Bear, you too, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.